Hello. Welcome to the Fanfic Majesty. If you want more content, you can follow me on Patreon. I will be uploading more content on there that will be exclusive. The link is in the description. Please support me. 9 PC. Chapter 154, The Strongest in All Parallel Time and Space. Open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The words came out of his mouth. Bergette had made a decision. The Grand Priest, who heard the words, did not show an unexpected look, nodded calmly, and said, "If there is anything that needs my help, even if I say it, I have said before that it can satisfy your one wish, as long as you are in it's within my power." "That's good." After nodding, Bergette said, "Grand Priest, since you know that I am from another world, can you, Grand Priest, help me find the coordinates of the original world?" As soon as these words came out, Grand Priest's face became solemn. This wish, I am afraid he is powerless, because this is beyond his ability. He knew that Bergette was not of this world, but he did not know which world Bergette came from. "Mr. Bergette, please forgive my powerlessness. I'm afraid I can't fulfill this wish for you to help you realize it. Although I did know from the beginning that you are a being from another world, my skills are not what you think. You are so omnipotent, there are so many heavens and myriads of worlds, and I don't know which world you come from." With a helpless sigh, Grand Priest expressed his powerlessness. In the Dragon Ball world, he is the omnipotent supreme god, but he is really powerless to the world outside the Dragon Ball world. Although he could tell by his eyesight that Bergette was not of this world, he was not strong enough to tell which world Bergette came from with just one glance. "Really? As I expected. I just asked. If it can be natural, I can only change my wish." Grand Priest's answer was also expected by Bergette. Within. If Grand Priest could see through the world he came from, it would probably be more than just the terror of the High God. Beyond the world, what is this concept? 180. It is absolutely impossible to exist in the world of Dragon Ball alone. After all, in his world, everything in the Dragon Ball world is just an anime that has been changed from manga. Then, please ask Bergette-san for another wish. Grand Priest waited for Bergette's answer. "It's so powerful that I don't really need anything in particular, but I've become interested in one thing in previous battles. Grand Priest, can you give me the realm of nothingness?" Bergette suggested Road. "Do you want the boundless world? Are you really sure?" Hearing this, Grand Priest was stunned. Of course, this is not because Bergette's desire is too difficult, but because she did not expect it to be so easy. Since the beginning of its birth, Wujerji has been an endless abyss with nothing as far as the eye can see. This is an independent and empty world. If they are not in the universe, their gods will not deliberately manage them. To put it simply, this is a universe that has just been born. If it weren't for the holding of this power conference, considering the location, it is estimated that the gods of Wujerji would not come. Now Bergette wants a world with nothing. This wish is too simple. "Yes, I'm going to have no boundaries," Bergette decided. "Well, I didn't expect your wish to be so simple, Bergette-san. It's not difficult to give you the boundless world, but you have done so many things for me, including beheading 2 fallen angels. Great credit. If I only give you a boundless world, I would be too sorry for you. How about I give you a small gift?" Grand Priest glanced at Bergette and said meaningfully. "Small gift." Hearing this, Bergette frowned, not understanding what Grand Priest had in mind. "Come with me." Grand Priest sold a pass, got up, and walked towards a special space. Advertisement. Bergette didn't hesitate, got up, and followed in the footsteps of Grand Priest. At this moment, it is located in the parallel world of Dragon Ball world number 1330. Located in the depths of universe, 5 strange planets are locked together by huge chains, forming a special planet like a cage. In the depths of the planet, in an unknown dark laboratory. The successor of the king of the dark world, Fu, is here. He sat in his chair and watched what happened in another special parallel time and space through special technology. At this moment, Fu's mood was very excited, and indescribable excitement filled his heart. Because he saw a human, a very ordinary Saiyan, who actually accomplished the feat of surpassing God. Not only that, but also challenged Angel, and even led out a fallen angel from other time and space. In the end, the bodies of the 2 fallen angels were also destroyed. Awesome, awesome. This is the test object I long for. Such a powerful warrior, a mortal who surpasses God and Angel. I really want to get to know you, all of you, and your past. There was a look of fascination and excitement on Fu's face, and now he is very eager for Bergette, this powerful warrior, who is of great help to his experiments. Can surpass gods of destruction, can fight Angel in the form of a mortal, can die and live. Each of these is a deed that mortals and gods need to fear. It's a pity that your battle data has not been collected. As long as I can collect your battle data and use my technological means to perfectly copy it into my body, I can be as strong as you, he. It's so funny, so fun. A very strange idea stirred up in Fu's heart. Spread the deeds of Bergette throughout every parallel time and space, so that the powerful warriors in every parallel time and space are aware of his existence, the strongest Saiyan that surpasses the gods, the strongest of all human beings. The reputation, though fabricated by him, is worthy of the title Bergette. As long as there is a large amount of publicity, the warriors from various parallel time and space will go to challenge Bergette, and then he can wait for an opportunity in secret to collect the data of Bergette's battle. Just as Fu was about to act, a signal suddenly came from his mind. The next second, he turned off these projections, and Fu got up from his seat. Because someone was calling him and brought him very important information. Pulling out the matching knife from his waist, Fu aimed at the void and slashed with a sword. Woo! There was a tremor in the space. The next second, the entire space was cleanly divided into two, a huge crack was cut, and the strange and enchanting evil energy formed a purple tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, a man in a mask is walking through it. This man was filled with a strange evil aura, but his every move was so captivating. This man is very strong. Yo, Black, have you finished the new round of trials? Fu said hello to the masked boyfriend at the end of the tunnel. His words also revealed the identity of this masked man, Black. Advertisement. Black Goku. In the story of the Dragon Ball hero, the masked Black Goku appeared once, showing a terrifying and overwhelming combat power, and he was able to evolve his body through non-stop fighting and single-brushing Son Goku in different time and space. To perfection. Even, like Bergette, he developed the third level of Super Saiyan in the realm of the gods. Facing Fu's greeting, the arrogant and evil masked Black Goku ignored him and walked out of the time-space tunnel. Crossing history, spanning time and space, I have killed 98 Son Goku, and the mastery of this body has reached the level of surpassing the deity. I need stronger opponents to fight to improve my realm. Have you? A better candidate. Masked Black Goku's mask revealed boundless scarlet light, like a demon who had fallen into the abyss. Hearing this, a harmless smile, spooky and cunning, appeared on Fu's face. Masked Black Goku, his partner who once changed history by him, has grown to an unimaginable realm, and his strength is very strong. He is in the realm of gods of destruction, even stronger than gods of destruction. However, as the masked Black Goku continues to become stronger, he is also ignored by the other party a little bit, and even used as a tool person, which makes Fu very unhappy. Moreover, masked Black Goku's overly powerful strength has already created a slight threat to him. For this kind of uncontrollable combat power, he doesn't want to stay by his side as a scourge. Exactly, I just happen to have a good candidate. The strength is higher than Son Goku. He should be on the same level as you. If you use him to improve your strength, maybe you will become stronger. Maybe. Said deliberately. Hearing that there is really a candidate, the brows behind the masked Black Goku mask jumped, and there was a look of anticipation in his eyes. Who is it? Masked Black Goku couldn't wait. Let's talk about it first. That person is not Son Goku, but Son Goku's opponent from another time and space. Son Goku was also defeated by him. It is a Saiyan of the 6th universe, named Bergette, who is held by Zeno-sama. The champion who won the Tournament of Power. Fu explained to Goku, the masked Black. A champion born in the power tournament organized by Zeno. Hearing this, masked Black Goku frowned. It's not that he hasn't heard of the power conference, he doesn't care about the powerful players in it, the only thing he cares about is Son Goku. Son Goku, who has experienced the baptism of the power conference, died at his hands even if he mastered Ultra Instinct, and, now, he has killed 15 Son Goku who mastered Ultra Instinct. According to the history you said before, the champion of the power conference should be the 7th universe. What does this mean? Masked Black Goku is not stupid, he knows that now he is so powerful that he is gradually losing control. I will definitely try to figure him out, and even get rid of him when necessary. However, he is fearless, and his powerful strength fills his heart. The Super Saiyan in the realm of gods has been developed to the extreme by him. He doesn't think that anyone can be stronger than him. This is what happened in a special parallel world, you'll know it when you see it. Seeing that the masked Black Goku was unwilling to get caught, Fu decided to show him something good. With a thought, his ability, the projection of divine consciousness, was activated. It happened in the parallel time and space where Bergette was in, and in the arena of the power conference, Bergette's various performances, as well as the pictures of fighting against the strong, were all projected by him. But there are not many pictures, at most it is just a picture of Bergette showing the evolution of Super Saiyan's dark blue. Masked Black Goku sees all that Fu is willing to show him. He wants to use Bergette's hand to solve the unstable factor of Masked Black Goku. This Saiyan. Interesting. Watching Bergette's heroic fighting style, Masked Black Goku became very interested in him. Such a strong man, though not Son Goku, would not gain a greater degree of mastery of the body by engaging with him. However, it can definitely make him go a step further. As long as he fights, he will become stronger, and he will even evolve to an unknown realm once again. Advertisement. Open black lens bracket he. Black, you are hooked. Close black lens bracket. He sneered secretly in his heart, and in the next second, Fu turned off the skill of divine consciousness projection. This is just a part of what my ability can record. How about it, Black, are you interested in this Saiyan? Fu said calmly. It seems that his expression is not wavered, but in fact, his heart is full of sinister evil smiles. Challenge Bergette with the masked Black Goku to collect Bergette's battle stats. Furthermore, with the help of Bergette's hand, he removed the unstable factor of Goku, which was the best of both worlds for him. It's a pity that it's not Son Goku, but since he can defeat Son Goku, it also means that he has a higher challenge value. My mastery of this body has surpassed the deity. Through him, I may be able to evolve again. Masked Black Goku is completely hooked now, and he has no idea what a stupid decision he has made. What Fu showed him was only what he could accept. If Goku was shown the masked Black Goku to see Bergette fighting against several fallen angels alone, and even killed 2 of them, then the masked Black Goku should not be frightened. To see Bergette in the future have to walk around. Tell me, where is his space-time coordinate? Masked Black Goku asked indifferently. Should I give that thing to me before I tell you the coordinates? It's been entrusted to you for such a long time, shouldn't it be done? Pushing his glasses, Fei asked back. To this, masked Black Goku didn't give an answer. He held it against the void with one hand, the space was instantly distorted, and he took out a bundle of purple scrolls from the void. This power, 1.5, is also unusual, it is the power of space law. This guy has also mastered the power of the law. This is what you want, the scroll of the evil dragon, I'll give it to you. Masked Black Goku threw the bundle of time scrolls in his hand to Fu. Apparently, this guy has been to the parallel universe where the evil dragon is born. After completing Fu's commission, he controlled the evil dragon, sealed it in the scroll, and controlled it with a special magic spell for his own use. However, according to the character of Masked Black Goku, it is naturally impossible to just take the evil dragon away. He killed so many Son Goku, all by himself to find and kill, presumably, the Son Goku of that time and space, also couldn't escape his claws. After receiving the time scroll thrown by Goku Masked Black, Fu checked it carefully. After confirming that it was correct, a smile appeared on his face, and he also gave Goku Masked Black the space-time coordinates of Bergette's location. After obtaining the space-time coordinates he wanted, Masked Black Goku's eyes narrowed, and the next second, the mysterious space power was displayed, and he disappeared in this area in an instant. Watching Masked Black Goku leave, a gloomy smug smile finally appeared on Fu's face. Go, Black, use your power to challenge the human beings who surpass Angel, and then die at the hands of the opponent, provide me with battle data. Fu said with a gloomy smile. His plan succeeded. Masked Black Goku, once he goes to the parallel time and space where Bergette is, and finds trouble with Bergette, he will undoubtedly end up with only one death. After putting away the time scroll, Fu took out the space blade with one hand and slashed at the void. Wong. The space is cut into a tunnel, where the end of the tunnel leads to, unknown, Fu burrows into it alone to complete his next plan. Chapter 155 Fusion has no realm, get the seed of universe. Open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The picture changes, and it comes to the time and space where Bergette is. Inside the Temple of Zeno. Under the leadership of Grand Priest, Bergette came to a brand new space. In the center of this space, there was a small black-purple sphere, is the noumenon of the boundless realm. Grand Priest walked to the center of this new space, held up the body of the boundless with one hand, and introduced it to Bergette. Bergette-san, this is the realm of the boundless world. Since you want it, I will give it to you. After all, staying here, the boundless world is useless. With that, Grand Priest moved the realm of no realm was teleported to Bergette. Bergette caught the realm of the boundless with one hand, and at the moment of contact, the familiar feeling flooded into her heart again. The boundless realm resonated with him once again. Bergette infinitely expands her perception, feeling the noumenon of the boundless in her hands. Wang. The body of no realm seems to have found an extremely suitable host, and the edge of the sphere located on the body begins to gradually emit a golden luster. This vision, even Grand Priest himself felt incredible. Nothing particularly noteworthy has ever happened since the birth of no realm, but now, it resonates with Bergette. It was unheard of for a small world to resonate with human beings, and even after countless reincarnations, it was the first time he had seen such a thing happen. In the next second, something even more incredible happened. The realm of nowhere actually broke away from Bergette's palm control and merged into Bergette's body. Bergette. This sudden fusion exceeded the expectations of the two. No one thought that the boundless world would take the initiative to integrate into Bergette's body. Could it be that Wujerji is a world with self-awareness? It's incredible. It has been tens of billions of years since the birth of Wujerji, but even so, it is nothing but an empty world. You can't even create life, but now it resonates with you, Bergette-san, and even actively integrates into your body. Grand Priest's 14 eyes narrowed slightly, discovering the mystery. It's no wonder Bergette chooses the boundless world, because the world, from the beginning, has chosen him. Actively integrating into Bergette's body, for him, there are only advantages and no disadvantages. I really didn't expect this kind of thing. Saying that, Bergette expanded her perception and carefully felt the changes in her body. The vast and boundless realm of nowhere was integrated into his body, and when he expanded his perception, his consciousness descended into the void of nothing in the realm of nowhere. Consciousness returned, and Bergette's gaze shifted to Grand Priest again. It seems that the fusion of no boundary has no effect on you, which is quite interesting. In this case, I will also give you the small gift I promised before. The voice fell. Grand Priest opened one hand and placed a layer of white light in his palm. This light kept blooming and finally condensed into a ball, forming a mysterious seed. The moment the seed appeared, Bergette's pupils visibly contracted. He recognized it, What is this? This seemingly inconspicuous seed has the effect of creating a universe. Advertisement. This is the mysterious item that appeared in the Dragon Ball hero's story, the seed of the universe. This is a superfluous seed of universe, carefully cultivated, a universe tree can be born. Through the universe tree, a special universe can be created, which should help you in the future. Said, the Grand Priest single he opened his hand, and the seed of universe was about to come out, floating in front of Bergette. Taking the seed of universe, Bergette teleports it into the realm of nothingness within her body, and if she wants, a thought can transmit it. Then, what should be said and what should be fulfilled has been completed. I have to go back to the 6th universe, but before I leave, I still have a question that I want to confirm. Before leaving, Bergette was ready to confirm herself in her conjecture. If you have any questions, just say so. Grand Priest chuckled. I want to know, are you bound by the rules, are you yourself, or, a clone? 35 Bergette asked the answer that she had always wanted to know in her heart. In the past life, there were rumors that in the endless parallel world, Xeno can have countless numbers, but there is only one Grand Priest. For this question, Bergette-san, don't you already have the answer in your heart? The corners of his mouth wavy slightly, and Grand Priest showed his signature smile and gave Bergette the answer. Hearing this, a glint of light flashed in Bergette's eyes, and Grand Priest admitted it. Since that's the case, then there's no problem, I'll take the first step, no need to send it, Grand Priest. After that, Bergette's thoughts moved, and part of the ability of the law of reality was activated, twisting a straight line to the 6th universe in front of him in an instant. The space tunnel, he also entered it. When he left, Grand Priest nodded meaningfully. He can see through the present as just a clone, which is enough to prove that Bergette's eyesight is extraordinary. You must know that his children may not know that he is a clone. Now, it has been seen through by mortal at a glance. The gods of destruction world of the 6th universe. The contestants of the power tournament have now been sent back to their original planets, where gods of destruction Champa and Angel Vados are waiting for Bergette's return. That guy Bergette has been summoned by the Grand Priest, hasn't he come back yet? The only thing Champa is worried about now is whether Bergette returns safely to the 6th universe. After all, without Bergette, his 6th universe average will drop by a large part, and it will even drop all the way, behind the 7th universe. Lord Champa, when did you become so concerned about Bergette-san? Vados deliberately put on an overjoyed look, teasing Champa in a mocking tone. Cut. He is the hero of our 6th universe, so you should pay attention, don't you? Otherwise, it seems that I, the gods of destruction, are too stingy, and before, you and this god also agreed to one of his conditions. When he comes back, it will also be honored, isn't it? 55 Champa responded with a cold snort with a displeased face. So, Lord Champa, you still remember that condition. I thought you had forgotten all about your previous agreement with Bergette-san. 35 Vados teased with a chuckle. Vados, is this god really that bad in your eyes? Champa roared in exasperation. Now he is burning with anger, and anger is surging in his heart. He couldn't stand being molested by Vados one after another. After pondering for a while, Vados seemed to have confirmed it several times before he nodded and said, yes, Lord Champa is still as unreliable as before. Faced with this ruthless rant, the corners of Champa's mouth twitched, and his face was full of suffocation. Vados' spit of God actually left him speechless. Just when Champa didn't want to pay attention to Vados anymore, a mutation suddenly occurred, and there was a strange movement in the space. Advertisement. Buzz. There was a twist in the space tunnel, followed by a space tunnel, and Bergette also flew out of the space tunnel. When he appeared, the space tunnel also closed. Hey, how did you get to this place? Seeing that the area he arrived at was different from the one he imagined in his mind, Bergette was stunned for a moment. Here, not the planet Sarada, but the realm of gods of destruction. It seems that his control over the power of the law of reality has not yet reached the level where he can really do whatever he wants. Just this space tunnel that spans the world is linked to the wrong place. Yo, isn't this the hero of our universe? After meeting the Grand Priest, he came back. At this time, Angel Vados stepped forward and joked. Vados, you really? Bergette's mouth twitched, and she was speechless for a while. The woman began to make fun of him, but there was nothing he could do, and it would fit Vados' black-bellied character very well. Since your kid has come, I don't need to take the initiative to find you. Now is the time to fulfill the promise. Vados will teach you how to shuttle between universes. 99 gods of destruction, Champa said with an expression. Hearing this, Vados was also helpless and glanced at Champa. She was beginning to wonder, was Champa's brain really that much smaller than other gods of destruction? Bergette has become so powerful that she has even mastered some of the laws of reality. This is the power of laws that neither angel can touch. Traveling through the universe, is this not a trivial matter for the current Bergette? The previous condition must now be abolished. The previous condition, for me now, has no meaning, let it be void. Bergette said after thinking for a moment. Traveling through the universe, for him now, is just something that can be accomplished in a single thought. On the contrary, the condition put forward to Vados before has no meaning. Now that he has fused the boundless world and a seed of universe, he has more important things to do. So, Bergette-san, what are your thoughts now? Should you stay in the 6th universe, or go to another universe, let me know in advance, and I can say hello to the angels of the other universes, so as to avoid that happening at that time. Some unnecessary trouble. 99 Vados volunteered. He seems to think that since then, there will be no more dangers and enemies in their 7th universe, and he can also study his academic research with peace of mind. Ever since Jiren witnessed Bergette's invincible figure and challenged Angel's invincible power, he also had a yearning for that power. He was willing to be a small scholar on this small earth. As for the 11th universe side, if he didn't let it, it would appear that he, the gods of destruction, was heartless and a jerk. You want to live here, it's not impossible. Humans who are not strong enough are not even qualified to enter the world of gods of destruction. As the strongest warrior in my 6th universe, it's not impossible to live here. This please, the god agreed. After pondering for a moment, for his own sake, Champa made a decision and agreed to let Bergette temporarily live in the gods of destruction world. Whether it is Saiyan from the 7th universe or Jiren from the 11th universe, they were all defeated by Bergette. Advertisement. After finally guiding the powerful strength in his body and excavating the true form of Saiyan, now he is giving up again, no longer exercising, and repeating the same mistakes. Now, it's a waste again. He also secretly trained Brawly, intending to put some pressure on their gods of destruction Beerus of universe. If they don't practice and become stronger, they will be surpassed by all these mortals. He is no longer just relying on his own practice to continuously become stronger, but actively asks Angel Makarita of the 11th universe to exercise himself. Obviously, he can be the #1 warrior in the universe, leaving Son Goku and Vegeta far behind, and even comparable to the legendary Super Saiyan Brawly. As for Bergette as the protagonist, and, because of his extraordinary talent and super strength, Whis is not going to give up such a good seed. If Gene, he has to be careful every moment in the next moment. As the master of the gods of destruction world, Champa was stunned by this sudden question. In addition to Saiyan's second young master, the legendary Super Saiyan Brawly in the 7th universe has also obtained a new planet with a stable life and a good environment. However, Son Gohan's idea seems to be in vain. Masked Black Goku from another time and space has already set his sights on this time and space, and his first target is all Saiyans of the 7th universe. I don't have the idea of going to other universes for the time being. After the trials of this power conference and the battle of the fallen angel, I have a lot of insights. I'm afraid I have to concentrate on meditation for a while, so, our God's Lord of Destruction Champa, can you allow me to live in the world of gods of destruction for a while? Bergette's eyes turn to gods of destruction Champa. It doesn't matter how he gets stronger and catches up in Bergette's footsteps. The most notable universes are the 7th universe and the 11th universe. Since he returned from the Xeno Temple, he has entered a state of deep meditation. The insights from the previous battles and the application of the laws of reality are all being studied and grasped by him. Although the training time is only about a week, I have to say that Saiyan's second young master is still the protagonist of the Dragonball world. Wearing the protagonist's halo, their progress is very scary, although they have not found the 4th order change of Super Saiyan. However, through his own comprehension and talent, he found a part of the way to independently guide the power of blood in the body. So he made a decision that went against his own principles. The average level of the 8 universes who have participated in the power conference has been improved, and the warriors among them have taken this opportunity to work hard, constantly spur their own strength, and strengthen their cultivation. For Son Goku and Vegeta of the 7th universe, Bergette's power refreshed their cognition of Saiyan, and they began to chase Bergette's footsteps and began to seek transformations other than the power of Super Saiyan 180 gods, the 4th level of Super Saiyan that belongs to the original power of Saiyan, and even the 5th level of Super Saiyan. Time flies, and a week or so has passed since the power conference ended. The so-called peace is built on the basis of strong power, and there is no peace for the weak. Bergette is going to live here for a while, to let or not to let. As for Son Goku's son, Son Gohan, the Saiyan who showed extraordinary potential at the power contest. Thanks so much, Champa. The so-called knowledge changes fate, which is most vividly reflected in Son Gohan. Now he is still living in the gods of destruction in the 6th universe. Chapter 156 Transformation, Promotion of Normal Combat Power. Open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Some of the ways of the law of reality, Bergette has not yet figured out, but he is not in a hurry. After all, if the law of reality is really so easy to grasp, it can't be called the law of reality. The power of this omnipotent law is still fresh in Bergette's memory. He still remembers that when he was in that domain world, the fallen angel Gas, relying on the laws of reality he mastered, was able to face 2 superiors. Angel did not fall behind, and even had the upper hand. Even in the end, Angel Kes of the 11th universe and Angel Vados of the 6th universe only managed to suppress the fallen Angel Vados reluctantly. It can be seen that the horror of this law of reality. Although Bergette has found the door to the power of the law of reality, he has not yet achieved the level of omnipotence in the true sense, and he still has a lot of deficiencies. However, although the power of the law of reality has not progressed much. However, Bergette's own combat power has risen to a very terrifying realm. Since the breakthrough of the blood power in the body and the awakening of Saiyan's evil heart, his normal fighting power has undergone earth-shaking changes. From the 5000 rang before the transformation into the 5th level of Super Saiyan, the limit has been raised to the current terrifying 100 ditch. Fighting against the fallen angels has almost unleashed all the potential in his body. Now Bergette's normal combat power has reached the terrifying Bago level, in the early 10th dimension. Once transformed, his combat power will expand to the 11th dimension. To be honest, after experiencing the speed of the power conference, he never dared to think about it before. It was only a short dozens of minutes and an hour of challenging angel to fight against the fallen angel. A realm that is difficult to reach even after years of ascetic cultivation. Even Bergette herself couldn't believe how powerful she was. In the far reaches of Bergette's meditation, gods of destruction Champa and Angel Vados watch him here. The thoughts at this moment have changed from the normal, without the laziness of the past, but a bit more tired. Apparently, he's just finished training with Vados and is now on break. Now, Bergette, who stands at the top of mortals and transcends gods of destruction, lives in this place, bringing some tension and oppression to Champa. So, he asked Vados to exercise himself and started his long-lost spiritual journey. Although I know that the effect of cramming is not satisfactory, at least it can make his fat body a little thinner, and it can also improve his physical condition. After practicing for a few years, even if he can't keep up with the gods of destruction in other universes, at least he won't be too inferior. In this case, he still has some face. And Champa took the initiative to cultivate, which was naturally what Vados wanted to see. She used to lose face in front of other gods of destruction and angel because of Champa's figure and strength, but now, those things will not happen. As long as Champa resumes exercise, she will support Champa's practice no matter what the final result is. Vados, that Bergette guy, how long have you been meditating in that place? Champa glanced at Vados beside him and asked. Every time he ended his practice and went to visit Bergette, he found that the other party was still in this state of meditation without the slightest turbulence, and the calmness made people panic. Advertisement. This long-lost sense of crisis made Champa's nerves tense, and at the same time, he was looking forward to how strong Bergette would be when she woke up. This guy, but strongly refused Vados to restore him. These injuries have recovered almost completely after these days. It's been a week since Bergette-san came to the gods of destruction world, and it's been 6 days since he started meditating. Vados replied after thinking for a moment. 6 days. Unknowingly, this guy has been here for 6 days, If it was someone else, this god would have driven those guys out long ago, and only he is qualified to be in this god. Gods of destruction lives in the world. Champa snorted coldly, folded his arms across his chest, and a trace of unwillingness flashed in his eyes. In terms of meditation time, I am not as good as this guy at all. After meditating in that space, he couldn't help but open his eyes after only 12 hours, but Bergette didn't wake up for 6 days, showing the difference. So, Lord Champa is tacitly allowing Bergette-san to live in the world of gods of destruction. Vados squinted slightly and joked. HMPH. It's okay to live for a short time, but not for a long time. I can tolerate him living here for a year and a half, but if it is a few decades or even 100 years, this god will never tolerate it. Champa said angrily. After complaining, he turned around and walked towards the depths of the gods of destruction world. He had just finished a new round of cultivation, he was tired and hungry, and now he just wanted to eat something and then have a good sleep. Vados, who was Champa's entourage, watched the distant Bergette, who had no sign of awakening. I don't know how powerful you will evolve after you wake up. It's really exciting. It's just Angel's realm, I'm afraid it can't restrain you. Bergette, Vados muttered to himself, turned around, take a stroll towards the Champa location. With the departure of Champa and Vados, time passed minute by minute. After an unknown amount of time, Bergette woke up from a state of deep meditation. As soon as he woke up, he noticed the changes in his body. It seems that this week of deep meditation, greatly excavating the potential in the body and studying the use of the boundless world, have brought him great feedback. My strength. Has it improved so much? Feeling the different energy in her body, Bergette clenched her fists, and the energy in her body was a little more intense and mellow than before. This week of meditation and penance was not in vain. After the battle with the fallen angel, the level of strength that he had improved was completely stabilized at this moment. Only by playing steadily and improving oneself step by step is the best way to improve strength. Now that the realm has stabilized, he will have to step up and master the power of the law of reality and the power of Super Saiyan evil self-sublimation. Bergette woke up from meditation, moving her body and relaxing her tense nerves. Powerful power surged in his body, and this majestic energy filled his body cells all the time, providing him with majestic and boundless energy. Returning to her senses, Bergette looked around, but she didn't find Angel Vados and gods of destruction Champa. After staying for so long, it's time for me to leave. Moving his body, Bergette thought of leaving. The reason why I choose to stay in this place for a long time is because of my injuries and the instability of my realm. It takes time to recover, and I can't be disturbed by outsiders. Looking at the entire universe, it is the quietest and most suitable place. There is only the gods of destruction world. Advertisement. Now that the purpose has been achieved, it is time for him to go. I thought it would take a while for you to wake up. Why? You will leave the gods of destruction world as soon as you wake up, so why don't you stay here for a while? At some point, Angel Vados appeared behind Bergette with a smile on his face. Said. It's you, Vados, I've been here long enough, that guy Champa wouldn't be happy if I stay here long enough, right? Bergette chuckled and turned to look at Vados. That's what I said. Forget it, let's not mention this matter. I am afraid I don't need to help you with the previous condition. You can easily travel through the universe now, and now you can change a condition. As long as it is within the scope of my responsibility inside, I will satisfy you. Vados came here for this very reason. Before Bergette participated in the power tournament, she promised Bergette that after Bergette won the power tournament, she would give the opponent the ability to shuttle universe. But the reality exceeded her expectations. Bergette's sky-high growth rate, in just a few hours, had reached a level that was enough to rival Angel, and she had mastered the laws that Angel couldn't reach. Power, the law of reality. Traveling through the universe is no longer difficult for Bergette. Therefore, Bergette's condition has to be changed. As long as it's within your ability, you'll be fine. About this condition, I thought about it, and there is a good condition, but it is up to you to make a decision. Bergette said with a smug smile on her face. Looking at him like this, it seems that he has been planning for a long time. I make a decision. A look of doubt appeared on his face, and before Vados could react, Bergette had come to her side and said to Vados in a voice that only the two of them could hear. Hearing this, Vados' expression, which was unbelievable at the beginning, became shocked and unimaginable. This condition was something she had never thought about, and it was a little too crazy, so crazy that it violated the rules. Think about it. I will give you time to choose, and I will not force you to make a choice. Follow your inner voice, whether to continue to follow Champa as a boring angel who guards the sixth universe, or be your true self. As soon as the voice fell, Bergette used the power of space law to disappear into the gods of destruction world. Vados stared blankly at Bergette's disappearing back, his eyes full of tangle. These angels, they are bound by the rules, it can be said that they have no desire, and are bound by all things. Now there is an opportunity to break free of the rules, which makes it difficult for Vados not to accept and to answer. She didn't know how to choose. Sixth universe. Sarada planet. Hearing this, Gabadon stopped, and because of this sentence, he began to be moved. Who is talking? Gabe looked around, looking for the source of the voice, but found that there was no one around, and his breath perception expanded, but he found that there was not even a living body around. How could such deep darkness appear in his heart? Just when Gabe was lost, an ethereal and strange voice sounded in his ear. He is unwilling to believe that his heart and the present him have fallen, that he is the so-called justice, and everything he said is absolute. My dark side. Gabadon paused. The owner of this voice, who got the money, came from himself, the dark side within his body. That's impossible. What's the matter? Can't you accept the dirtiest and darkest side of your heart? I don't understand. You've already fallen into what you are now. What are you still holding on? Give up that useless struggle. Accept me, I show you. The dark voice laughed even more wildly at the moment. Advertisement. It has been about a week since the end of the power conference. He has already begun to be shaken by the justice he holds in his heart. However, the two sisters were busy practicing, but they ignored one person. Since the end of the power conference, the Saiyan elite warrior Gabe, whose mind has been half demonized. Bergette became an indelible shadow in his heart. He is righteous. Gabe, shut up. Gabe was so angry that he wanted to erase the voice in his heart, but no matter what he did, he couldn't block the voice from his heart. No, you can't be my dark side. I'm me, I can't have any negative personality. Who the hell are you? Tell me. Roaring loudly, Gabe was furious at the moment, the anger even made him directly evolve into the state of the second order peak of Super Saiyan. I'm here, in your heart, to answer my question, do you want power? That strange voice sounded from Gabe's heart, making Gabe's face full of shock and disbelief, his eyes he locked his chest straightly. You, who are you? Why are you in my body? What's your purpose? Gabe at this moment is out of proportion, he doesn't even know how his body appeared like this weird monster. This voice, there is no mistake, it came from the bottom of his heart. He was stunned. Is it? If this power can help you surpass that dear big brother. What about Bergette? The owner of this voice gave Gabe another dose of medicine. Since the power conference, he has been eager to surpass Bergette, to prove himself, to prove that what he said is correct, and not to obey this so-called big brother. As long as you can help Bergette and become stronger, it doesn't matter what the price is. Since his return, Gabe has not continued to go to the outer galaxy as a mercenary to fight for justice. Do you want power? This ethereal and eerie voice made Gabe's body tremble in confusion, and he woke up instantly. Of course, more ideas in their minds are to be able to help Bergette. Let's get down to business. Answer me, do you want power? That voice continued to bewitch Gabe's heart. He felt that there was no justice in this world at all, and everything was just a lie used to deceive the weak. Power. My power. I don't need charity from others. I can get stronger power by myself. Gabe's attitude was very tough, and he was unwilling to believe the ominous voice in his heart no matter what. The two sisters, Caulifla and Kair, are still cultivating with passion. The power conference has broadened their sight and allowed them to see a wider world. Who am I? I am you, I am your evil, dirty, filthy, twisted heart, and the ugly side you don't want to see the most. Ha 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 ha. The voice was so harsh, unbelievable, it was Gabe's inner voice. Saiyan's evil heart is being released little by little because of this twisted emotion. Even Gabe himself didn't notice that now, he has begun to go down the road of blackening little by little. He, whose heart has changed, is no longer the Gabe before. However, only Gabe could hear it. Within a radius of 1,000 meters, there are not many people, so who is the owner of this voice? Chapter 157 Masked Air Strikes. Open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. This voice expressed Gabe's heart, and also made Gabe gradually lose himself. Silence. A long silence. Gabe struggled in place. At this moment, he is very entangled in his heart, whether he wants to believe that this voice in his heart can give him more power. Or, rely on yourself, climb up step by step, and one day surpass Bergette. Bergette is terrifying and powerful, he has seen it, even if it is as strong as a fallen angel, he has killed him. He is just a Saiyan who looks ordinary and doesn't have much fighting ability. Bergette has already walked in front of him I don't know how far, and the multiple transformations that are so far ahead make him feel desperate and become an unbridgeable gap. Now, the voice from his heart tells him that if he can surpass Bergette, as long as he threw himself into the embrace of darkness, he can gain strength comparable to Bergette. How could he not be moved by it? Don't hesitate any longer, take my advice, embrace the power of darkness, and I will show you Saiyan's true nature. The voice continued to bewitch Gabe. Finally, under this strong contrast and distorted mentality, Gabe couldn't help the temptation and gave in. Can you really give me more power? Power beyond Bergette. Gabe has now lost his sanity and the ability to think for himself. He only wants power, and since he experienced the power conference, he has become obsessed with power, yearning, only power is everything. Only this powerful and terrifying power can make him feel at ease. Open black lens bracket certainly. Close black lens bracket the darkness in my heart is about to come out in the next second. The magic seed that was planted before is now beginning to take root. Single quote comma comma exclamation mark 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 exclamation mark. Around Gabe's body, a layer of dark red aura gradually emerged, and his combat power also increased tenfold with the emergence of this layer of dark red aura. This power. Feeling the change in his body, Gabe clenched his fists, his face full of disbelief and shock. He could feel that his current body was filled with a special power that he had never had before. This power could not be wrong, it came from his heart. Use this power to do whatever you want. Saiyan's essence is evil, let's vent your anger recklessly. Close black lens bracket this evil voice, after it rang out in Gabe's heart for the last time, disappeared. When the voice dissipated, the corners of the demonized Gabe's mouth undulated slightly, revealing a 180 evil and charming smile, and the scarlet eyes that were rendered by the evil energy also flashed a little scarlet. The essence of Saiyan, is it evil? His fists were slowly clenched, and Gabe vented his strength 10 times stronger. What a pleasant feeling. So Saiyan's essential power can be so powerful. The current me, I haven't become Super Saiyan, is enough to match the previous Super Saiyan state. After this evil force, it was infinitely magnified, and the unimaginable energy filled his body, and it was also constantly causing him to wipe out the remaining trace of conscience. Advertisement. However, he has not completely become a slave controlled by power. The next second after Gabe calmed down, he took the evil spirit back into his body. This kid did not easily confuse his mind by the powerful force, and still maintained his rationality. After gaining the power of Saiyan's evil heart, he is powerful, but not big enough to compete with Bergette. He had to hide in the dark and wait for an opportunity. Brother Bergette, I don't think even you thought that I have mastered the power of Saiyan's heart. One day in the future, I will give you an unexpected big surprise. Fly into the air and leave this area. However, he doesn't seem to know that his every move is under the attention of someone who doesn't belong to this controller. When Gabe just left, the space behind him suddenly distorted and turned into a tunnel. As the successor of the Dark Demon King, Fu, appeared here. I didn't expect that there would be an unexpected harvest this time, and another evil Saiyan appeared. Fu was very interested in the evil atmosphere that Gabe had just mastered. Saiyan of evil, he has not seen it before, but he has no way to master this evil power until now. Open black lens bracket this Gabe may be a very good experimental subject, and you can use it one day in the future. Saiyan of evil is rare in any time and space. Close black lens bracket Fu smiled strangely, and had an answer in his heart. After leaving a portal to facilitate his travel in this time and space, he once again escaped into the void and disappeared in place. Bergette here. Through the ability of space jump, through the space tunnel, Bergette reached the planet Sarada in an instant. Back at the door of his own house, looking at the familiar scenery, Bergette couldn't help but sigh. It's been a week since the power conference, and I don't know what the two girls, Caulifla and Kai, are doing. There's Gabe. That kid seems to be a little off, alas. For Gabe, Bergette is the most concerned. However, the Saiyan who cared the most has now become the most difficult one to deal with. Even he felt helpless and did not know how to guide him later. Even Bergette didn't know that Gabe had fallen into the devil's way and mastered an evil force that he had just mastered. Forget it, let's talk about these things later. That kid Gabe, it's impossible for me to pay attention to him all the time. Shaking his head, Bergette got rid of the distracting thoughts in her heart, and the affairs of Gabe will be waited for later. Deal with it. Now, he has to get busy with his own business first. After fusion of Wujerji has always been inside his body, this small world that was just born. Bergette has not found anything special, he has to find a chance to get a good feeling in the past few days after he came back. A bit. What kind of resonance does that small world have with him? He has never found a way. At the same time, an operation against Bergette begins. The mysterious masked black Goku from another time and space, threw the time ring in his hand, crossed time and space, from a distant parallel world to the time and space where Bergette is. As soon as he walked out of the space tunnel, masked black Goku discovered a very embarrassing thing. Advertisement. He seems to have come to the wrong universe. The universe that Bergette is in is the 6th universe, and the place where he descends is the Earth of the 7th universe. It's not his fault. After all, after mastering this body, his obsession with Son Goku's mighty power became the only thought in his mind, and this thought was even baked into his muscle memory. Having traveled through so many parallel time and space, and killed too many Son Goku, when traveling through this time and space, he also subconsciously regarded the target person to be eliminated as Son Goku. Forget it, since we're in the 7th universe, let's take care of Son Goku in this world first, and then go to the 6th universe to take care of Saiyan. After making a temporary decision, masked black Goku was in the western capital. Right above, he was familiar with the environment of the place. Almost every battle with Son Goku was carried out in this western capital, and this place was also destroyed by him many times, and it was also Son Goku's cemetery before his death. It's a familiar place. Since that's the case, I'll use the old method to draw out the appetizers first, and when the appetizers fail, Son Goku will naturally appear. With a sneer, masked black Goku began to use his old method. He raised his hand and condensed a compressed air bomb in his palm. With the movement of his mind, this energy bomb, which was compressed to the extreme, was shot by him, and shot towards the block full of countless human beings under his feet. Boom. There was a loud noise, but in a blink of an eye, the scorching flames turned into a sharp weapon to harvest life. In an instant, the self-built will burn everything within a radius of thousands of meters, and ruthlessly plunder the lives of those human beings. At this moment, the western capital has been reduced to a fierce prison on Earth. This situation makes the masked black Goku standing above the void in a happy mood. Although this is not the first time I have done this, but every time I hear the humans' painful wailing, it will make me Bebef feel good. The screams of these worms are so wonderful. Masked black Goku enjoyed it very much. Now this moment. With his arms outstretched, he looked down at the human beings who were crying in despair in the sea of fire, and didn't know the truth. Have a taste of the despair that you will never be able to climb out of under the heavy punishment of God. Masked black Goku's cruel demonic nature was vividly displayed at this moment. Just when he just started to spread his arms and shout, there was a burst of sound from the space, and a blue-white energy bullet carrying infinite destructive power shot towards him from the Universal Capsule Company. Aware of this energy fluctuation, masked black Goku raised his hand, his breath condensed into a sharp air blade, aimed at the super-large energy ball that came, and slashed down with a sword. Shoo! Sword chi pierced through the space, and incidentally split the huge energy ball into two. As expected, it's you, Vegeta. Gearing up, the eyes behind the black Goku's mask flashed a playful look. Ha xie cd li de na han sheng, kong Vegeta de ko zhong bao fa, nanong yu wu bai de xian ji li, zai si shou dao ji wa air break out. It's just that he doesn't understand, hasn't that guy disappeared under Zeno's power long ago? How could he still be alive? Black, are you still alive? Vegeta gritted his teeth, and after confirming the identity of the other party, he decisively exploded the power of God, and instantly entered the state of Super Saiyan Blue full power. The incomparably powerful energy turned into layers of giant waves blooming in the void. As the proud prince of the fighting nation Saiyan, after putting on the breath of a god, is it only this level? It's really disappointing. Forget it, after all, it's just an appetizer, I don't need to have too much expectations. Masked black Goku is no stranger to Vegeta's Super Saiyan Blue color. That unfathomable aura of deity dumped Vegeta is not just a realm so simple. A dazzling fire bloomed high in the sky, and masked black Goku also found the person who attacked him. Advertisement. Masked black Goku saw this rich dark blue light, his face was calm, and there was no emotional fluctuation at all. Faced with Vegeta's question, masked black Goku didn't give him an answer, and he didn't give him an answer. He just moved his body casually and said calmly, "A dying person, there is no need to know too much, I hope you are right compared with you in other worlds, you can bring me more surprises, appetizers." Vegeta, who came from the Universal Capsule Company, glared at the masked black Goku. According to his previous temperament, I am afraid that he would have rushed up to compete with the other party, but now he does not dare to act rashly. The voice fell, and a boundless evil aura emerged from masked black Goku's body. Who are you? Flying in front of masked black Goku, Vegeta's expression was dignified, her vigilance was raised, and the power of God within her body was about to come out, and there was a tendency to explode at any time. Because, he smelled a dangerous smell from masked Black Goku's body, and, for some unknown reason, he always felt that the person in front of him was very familiar, as if he had seen it somewhere a few months ago. However, the masked Black Goku in front of him is clearly more terrifying and more powerful. It has become Super Saiyan Blue full power, and his combat power can directly climb to 3000 rang, which is in the middle of the 9th dimension. Although I don't know why you were resurrected, but, Black, I can't give you a chance to live this time, garbage like you, your existence in this world is just sullying the cells of my Saiyan clan. Vegeta was very confident in his own strength, and the next second, he showed his classic slump gesture and said confidently, let's see, the transformation on the Super Saiyan Blue color. This uncle's exclusive transformation. Don't be shocked by your eyes. All 98. As a result, Vegeta's chi has climbed to an unimaginable height, and it is the existence of the gods of destruction realm. At this moment, he also recognized who the master of this evil aura was. And, this is not his full strength. It has become Super Saiyan Pink. With the blessing of 10,000 times the combat power, his combat power has reached a terrifying 8,000 rang, which is at the pinnacle of the 9th dimension. Just a little bit. The dazzling deep blue light penetrated the earth and changed the environment of the earth, making it dark. The energy ball that was cut in half exploded on the left and right sides of the masked Black Goku at the same time. This is Peach. Vegeta was shocked when she noticed Goku's hair color and the evil yet familiar aura. Masked Black Goku's normal combat power is as high as 8,000, which is at the top of the 8th dimension. Every time before he eats the main course, this appetizer will always bring him some unexpected surprises. A strange and coquettish rose-red aura bloomed all over his body. He raised his right hand, and a rose-red flame appeared in his palm. With a grasp of the palm, the energy spread all over his body, lingering around his body like an endless flame. Around him, his hair stood up in an instant, turning into a sky-rocketing rocket head, and the color of his hair was also transformed from jet black to rose-red. This power has already entered a part of the realm belonging to the gods of destruction level. Obviously, he doesn't care about Vegeta's new transformation at all, and it can even be said that he has looked down on this transformation. After the baptism of the power conference, Vegeta's normal combat power has reached 3000 Z units. Vegeta, who he killed, is on the same level as Son Goku. After all, Vegeta calls out to the realm of the god sleeping deep in his heart, that unique transformation that only belongs to him. Super Saiyan Deep Blue Evolution. A Vegeta, no matter how strong it becomes, can only be regarded as a delicious appetizer in his eyes. Chapter 158 Bergette is shocked, the seeds of the universe who are dissatisfied subscribe. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Transform into the end. The dark blue light, with the surging energy, gradually turned into particles in the sky and dissipated in the space. With a new attitude, Vegeta stands confidently in the void. The evolution of Super Saiyan's dark blue, the normal combat power has increased by 200,000 times, and the limit of his combat power value has been raised to the level of the 10th dimension. The current Vegeta is only superficially capable of fighting, to the terrifying 6 grooves. This is just his apparent fighting power. If he fights with all his strength, his fighting power will only become stronger, because, as a fighting nation Saiyan, he will only become stronger with more battles. How? Are you speechless? This is the brand new power that my uncle Vegeta has mastered. In front of this absolute power, Black, you have no chance of winning. With a grin, the current Vegeta is so confident proudly, now he seems to have seen the scene of himself ravaging masked Black Goku. Little did he know that the really stupid person was actually himself. Masked Black Goku's powerful combat power far exceeds the current Vegeta. I thought it was some kind of novel transformation, but it turned out to be this. He. A sinister laughter emanated from masked Black Goku's mouth, and in the next second, the evil spirit all over his body turned into evil spirits. In the jet state, the combat power value has once again ushered in a dramatic increase. Now, his combat power has once again risen to a terrifying unit. Single quote exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The breath of the whole body is transformed into a jet state, and the whole body of masked Black Goku is covered with dark red lightning. The whole person's aura looks more dignified, and the combat power has also been improved to an unimaginable and terrifying realm. The strength has expanded dozens of times, and now, like Vegeta, he has entered the 10th dimension of the unit, with a proper gods of destruction level combat power. His form is no ordinary Super Saiyan Rosé either. It is the second order peak of Super Saiyan Pink. The 500,000-fold increase in the normal combat power has raised the limit of his combat power value to a terrifying unit, 40 ditch. Right now, he is several times stronger than Vegeta in terms of his apparent combat power. Nani. This power. Feeling the deadly sense of crisis coming from the masked Black Goku, Vegeta himself was frightened. This sturdy power far exceeded his imagination. Moreover, looking at the current special state of masked Black Goku, it is clear that it is exactly the same as the second level of Super Saiyan in the realm of the gods like Kakarot. Only the hair color has changed. An appetizer. I've seen too many of you and Son Goku. This transformation is similar to the transformation of a wild monkey. I've seen them all. Not only that, but I've also killed a lot, and now I'm about to die in my hands. You should be the 99th. Without exception, you have never surprised me. I am destined to be left behind by Son Goku in this life, and look at Son Goku's back. And the mastery of the body has reached the level that surpasses the deity. With a roar like thunder, the majestic breath of masked Black Goku was instantly mobilized, condensing on his arm to form a sharp air sword. In the next second, a red light flashed in the space, and the masked Black Goku started his own action. The sharp air sword carried the might of destroying the world and slashed towards the head of the dark blue Vegeta. There was an explosion of whoosh, and there was a sound of breaking air in the space. The terrifying air sword that was enough to shred everything passed by Vegeta, creating bursts of sonic booms in the space. Advertisement. Dodging the sword without risk, Vegeta gritted her teeth and launched her own counterattack against masked Black Goku. His speed is getting faster and faster, and his strength is getting stronger and stronger. With the sharp air sword in his hand, the condensed evil energy became more and more intense, and the masked Black Goku showed his extraordinary terrifying strength, perfectly suppressing the dark blue Vegeta in an instant. Damn, this guy is stronger than I thought. Trouble. Vegeta realizes the situation is bad, but he can't back down. His wife and children are in the city, and no matter what, the masked Black Goku cannot be allowed to come around. He must, with his own power, kill this imposter. In the distant void, there was a strange movement in the space, distortion and mutation occurred, and then Fu appeared from the other end of the space. He looked at the messy western capital, and the masked Black Goku who was fighting against the dark blue Vegeta, puzzled and puzzled. Shouldn't this guy go to Bergette? Why did he go to the 7th universe to find trouble with these two Saiyans? Fu said with a puzzled face. But soon he put the problem behind him. Anyway, dealing with Son Goku and Vegeta is what he is willing to see, at least he can collect the energy of time-space distortion with the help of masked Black Goku's hand. As the protagonists of the Dragon Ball world, the death of Son Goku and Vegeta will provide a lot of time-space distortion energy, especially in this time period of Son Goku. If he dies, history will be changed to a great extent. In the same way, it will also provide him with unimaginable time-space distortion energy, which is convenient for him to do anything in the future. Black, take advantage of this time. Let's have a good fight in this place. After all, it is your last battle. That Bergette is still waiting for you to challenge. Close black lens bracket Fu gloomily speculated in his heart. He already can't wait to get Bergette's combat stats. Further research could only begin when Bergette's combat data was available. At the same time, it is located in a dark world that is diametrically opposite to the main world. Fallen Angel Makarita, under the order of the adult, arranged a new body for Fallen Angel Martinu, and this body was built according to the needs and conditions of Fallen Angel Martinu. I don't understand, although the potential and combat power displayed by that mortal is indeed very powerful, but you used him as a template to let me create such a mortal body, as a noble fallen angel, but used a mortal body. I really don't know what to say. The fallen angel Makalita looked at Martinu who was constantly adapting to the new body and sighed helplessly. At this moment, Martino's body has become completely different from what it used to be. It can be said that he is another Bergette template. Her body is made of Bergette. Let the fallen angel Makarita create this one-to-one restored body through the special materials of the Super Dragon Ball of other time and space in the dark world of fusion. HMPH. To be honest, I really don't want to use that annoying guy's body, but you can see the power and potential he shows, but I, as Angel, are left far behind. What I lack is this powerful body, the body of Saiyan that makes people sick to their stomachs. The fallen angel Martinu clenched his fists. Although she has just fused, she also clearly felt that the majestic energy and bottomless potential in this body are waiting for his development. Advertisement. In her opinion, this body, even though it is a mortal body, has endless potential. With the fusion of her soul as a fallen angel and the body of the strongest mortal in the world, a completely different effect can definitely erupt. Okay, as long as you like it, the task that the Lord gave me is completed. However, without the order of the Lord, you can't act without permission, and you can't leave this world without permission. Do you understand what I mean? Fallen angel Makarita said meaningfully. She is a guilty person now and needs to make up for her faults. The task that the adults gave her is to look after the fallen angel Martinu. Absolutely, there can't be any problems with this Martinu. Of course I know, after all, I just got this body, and it will take some time to get used to it before I can fully utilize this body's combat power. From now on, Martino is dead. My name is Hey Bergette. 35 face a ferocious and cruel smile appeared on the surface, fallen angel Martino. No, it should be fallen angel Black Bergette with a cruel laugh at this moment. Obtaining this body made his self-confidence explode, and his heart was full of longing for future revenge. Whatever you want to call it, since I have nothing to do, I should leave. Remember what I said just now, you must not leave this world without authorization, or even that Lord may not be able to keep you. The fallen angel Markarita is approaching. The last warning before going was a fallen angel Black Bergette. To be honest, she felt very uneasy in her heart now, as if this guy would do something unexpected while she was away. Open black lens bracket Bergette. The shame you gave me back then. I will give it back to you thousands of times, even thousands of times in the future. Don't you think you surpassed Angel? I will show you, what kind of effect will the body and Angel's soul have when blending. I will tear you into pieces bit by bit as the body. Grind teeth. fallen angel Black Burger's eyes there was a boundless and strong killing intent. The shame and anger of the destroyed body, he still remembers, this hatred, one day, he will avenge it. At this very moment, Bergette on the planet Sarada in the 6th universe. Relaxing his tense nerves, he didn't know why, but suddenly there was a tingling sensation on his skin. This world, what is it that attracts me? When I was in the realm of nothingness, I sensed the resonance. When Grand Priest gave me the realm of nothingness, this thing also took the initiative to fuse with me and enter inside my body, and until now, I don't know what the reason is. Muttering to himself, Bergette looked around, unable to make out a clue. He wants to use the laws of reality to create some life in this new world, but he has not mastered the laws of reality to the level of perfection. He has just realized this for a week, not to mention creating a planet, even a stone. Can't create. As if something bad was about to happen. Just as Bergette was thinking of a solution, a flash of light came to his mind, and he thought of the small gift that the Grand Priest had given him before. With the idea of trying it out, Bergette channeled energy into the seed of universe. He increased the progress of delivering the energy of the seed of the universe. However, no matter how Bergette's consciousness wanders in the realm of nothingness, all that comes into view is a void and chaos. As if something vital had been taken away. With a single thought, the seed of universe obtained earlier was summoned. Strange. How do I feel? Something is wrong. Bergette clenched her fists a little and found that her body was still alive, but he always felt that something was missing. After all, the application of the laws of reality, the creation, is far more difficult than the destruction. Advertisement. In the legend of the Super Dragon Ball hero, after storing the energy of the seed of the universe, has put it into his body, so that he obtained the energy of the entire universe, and his overinflated heart also made him call himself a master. Extreme Godslayer. Point 0. This makes Bergette feel incredible. Although this is a small seed, it can store enough energy inside to fill an entire universe. The purity of the energy soared again, the seed of universe ate harder this time, and became more greedy. He greedily absorbed Bergette's energy, as if it would always feed the abyss of dissatisfaction. Even if Bergette took out the energy transfer at the peak level of the 10th dimension is not enough to feed the seeds of the universe. The mellowness of the energy instantly increased several times, and it was continuously transported into the seed of universe. The Grand Priest won't give me a gift for no reason, it's the seed of the universe. This thing, with the realm of nothingness, will definitely change unexpectedly. Bergette looked at the seed of the universe in her palm, thinking about how to use it. How big is the energy needed to store the seeds of the universe? Bergette was shocked. This seemingly inconspicuous, incomparably small seed only needs a little energy to burst on the surface, but in reality on the top, the powerhouse at the peak of the 10th dimension level, even if all the energy is input into it, it may not be able to fill it up. In the Dragon Ball superheroes, the seed of the universe held by Hazy seems to have filled it with ease. 80 times the normal increase in combat power, raising his combat power value from 100 to the terrifying 8,000. What Bergette didn't know, however, was that the universe seed given to him by the Grand Priest was completely different from the low-quality universe seed given by Hearts, and that the universe seed given by the Grand Priest was one of the best of all universes. The best quality of the species. Should he also store up the energy of the seed of universe? Katakana middle dot flowers katakana middle dot. Coming home, closing her eyes, Bergette's consciousness was transported to a whole new world. The conscious body wanders in this small world with nothing, looking for the center position. It should be because I have been practicing for too long, which made me have some illusions. Muttering to herself, Bergette shook her head, and put all the distracting thoughts in her heart away at this moment, and then, he cast the power of space law, jumping space, returned to his own home. A small seed has a pretty big appetite. It's only a 10th dimensional, groove-level energy unit, can't it satisfy your greedy stomach? Bergette jokingly said. The next second, his mind moved, the form of consciousness changed, directly from the normal state to the first-order full-power state of Super Saiyan. Smelling the smell of energy, the seed of universe was beating like a living creature at the moment, and greedily absorbed the energy delivered by Bergette. This piece of nothingness, the time when there is nothing, is the realm of nothingness that merged with him before. It works. Seeing that the seed of universe began to actively absorb its own energy, and did not produce any rejection, Bergette felt that there was a play. Bergette pours most of the energy of normality into it, but it doesn't necessarily fill the seed of the universe. The peak of the 10th dimension is only one step away from reaching the 11th dimension of a higher level. With Bergette's ability, it should be easy to store up this seed of universe. Chapter 159 Masquerade's Arrogance, Tao Hong 3. Open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. In the rumored Dragon Ball superheroes, Haz's universe seed collects energy by fighting in prison Huoxing, and then fights powerful warriors in multiple different universes to obtain energy, which also makes this universe the species can evolve and transform in the shortest possible time. But Bergette's universe seed is different at all. This universe seed is of the highest quality among all universe seeds. It needs to store the most energy and needs to receive the same amount of energy. More than several times the usual universe seeds. Bergette is only the energy pool of the first stage of Super Saiyan, and it is not enough to fill 1/10 of this seed of universe. It really sucks. The jaws were clenched, Bergette's fists were clenched, and the energy in the whole body was expanding again at this moment. His state of consciousness also changed, from the first level of Super Saiyan directly to the peak state of the third level of Super Saiyan. The 600-fold increase in normal combat power directly raised his energy level to the terrifying 11th dimension. When entering the 11th dimension, the energy at the stream level and the energy at the ditch level are not the same unit at all. With the energy sublimation this time, the majestic energy was injected into it, and the absorption of the seed of universe became obviously different from before. Although still like a bottomless pit, Bergette saw the ultimate in his absorption of energy. The output of energy lasted about 10 minutes. The seed of universe stopped absorbing energy. Bergette also stopped the transmission of energy. His eyes were puzzled, and he carefully looked at the current seed of universe. After absorbing most of the energy, the light of the seed of universe has become more dazzling than before, but the only strange thing is that the seed of universe, only half of the area is shining like a jewel. The other half is a piece of 183, pitch black. Strange. When I got this seed of universe, I forgot to ask Grand Priest how to use this thing. The new question that has reappeared now makes Bergette feel a little nervous. Because, the seed of universe is now almost in a state of full energy storage, but it is still a semi-finished product, not a complete finished product, and even he does not know where the problem lies. After thinking for a while, Bergette couldn't find any ideas. She shook her head, and dispelled all the distracting thoughts in her mind. Now, no matter what she did, she had to do it step by step, and she couldn't be impatient. The matter of the seeds of universe will be dealt with properly after finding a way in the future. With a thought, Bergette's consciousness returned to its original body. He opened his eyes again, and with a thought, he summoned the seed of universe in the center of his palm. The divine dazzling light filled his room, illuminating every corner. But this half-lit appearance looks really weird. Staring closely at this seed of universe, Bergette pondered in her heart for a long time, and finally put it into the realm of nothingness, and then took it out when she really needed to use it. At the moment in the 7th universe. That remote and unfortunate planet, on Earth. Located in the western capital, the battle between Dark Blue Vegeta and Masked Black Goku also comes to an end. Advertisement. As the second child of 10,000 years, Vegeta has experienced the baptism of the power conference. His combat power has increased several times, and he has also mastered further transformations, but now he has experienced battles with 98 Son Goku and Vegeta. In front of the Masked Black Goku of baptism, he still seemed too fragile. The battle only lasted for about a minute, and Deep Blue Vegeta was completely crushed. The defense was overwhelmed, and the body was transformed into an air blade by the terrifying power of Masked Black Goku, which penetrated the Hungarian in an instant. PFF'd. The sound of blood separation sounded, and the sharp blade pierced through the heart instantly. Vegeta, who was seriously injured, spurted blood from his mouth, and his breath was also wilted in an instant, and he was extremely weak. The state of Super Saiyan's dark blue evolution is not guaranteed, and it has returned to normal. How could it be possible? So, Vegeta was stunned. He was unwilling to accept the cruel fact in front of him. Masked Black Goku's terrifying power has already surpassed him several times, and he can kill him in just an instant. Single quote comma comma exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark single quote. Masked Black Goku's eyes flashed with a layer of scarlet light, majestic and terrifying, and a strange and incomparably evil spirit permeated his whole body. In the end, you're just an appetizer, Vegeta. You in this time and space are just as disappointing as you in other time and space, and you are the 99th Vegeta who died in my hands. Masked Black Goku. His words were full of contempt and disdain, and it seemed to him that Vegeta was an insignificant mouse. Super Saiyan's dark blue evolution, as early as when he killed the 82nd Vegeta, saw it. This seemingly terrifying power is actually fragile and pitiful. In front of his pink, the so-called Super Saiyan dark blue evolution is just a decoration. Vegeta was furious, just about to have a seizure, but felt her body weakly fall towards the sea of fire in the western capital. Masked Black Goku has withdrawn his chi sword at this moment, and his eyes are full of disdain and contempt. The next second, he raised his hand, and a wave of death light condensed in his palm. Let's die together with your hometown Saiyan. With an angry shout, Masked Black Goku threw the energy bomb in his hand and headed straight for Vegeta. This energy bomb attack, once it hits, only needs to be a blink of an eye, and most of the Earth will be reduced to a hell on Earth, and Vegeta will also lose his life and completely disappear. Seeing that the terrifying energy bomb was about to hit Vegeta, Son Goku and Son Gohan rushed to the rescue scene in time using instant transmission. Son Gohan caught the falling Vegeta. Son Goku decisively cut into the Super Saiyan Blue second order transformation to disperse the energy bomb. Gohan. Kakarot. Vegeta called weakly with the last of her strength. Uncle Vegeta. A serious injury. Son Gohan was also taken aback when he saw such a serious injury on Vegeta's body. The chest was completely penetrated, and the breath became sluggish, and it was possible to die at any time. That guy is. Son Goku was shocked when he noticed the pink-haired masked man in the sky. He felt very familiar. This guy, he had seen it somewhere, especially the bottomless evil aura. Kakarot. He's black. Zamasu from another world, somehow got to our plane. You gotta be careful. Grinning his teeth, Vegeta reminded Son Goku with the last of his strength. Advertisement. The masked man in front of me is masked Black Goku. Must have. Be careful. Black. Son Goku tensed up when he heard the long-lost name, and was shocked and disbelieving. Isn't the Black Goku long overdue? This Black Goku, from another world. It seems that the second appetizer has appeared, and I have to eat it clean. The appearance of Son Goku made masked Black Goku interested. After all, aside from Bergette, he was interested in Son Goku, and only defeating the deity could give him that sense of accomplishment. This body of him, only when he defeated Son Goku, would give birth to the kind of arrogance and self-confidence that surpassed the deity. Feeling the hostility of masked Black Goku, as well as the bottomless majestic evil spirit, Son Goku immediately felt pressured. Gohan took Vegeta to Kalanta to get the fairy beans. Black will be handed over to me to deal with. With his teeth clenched, Son Goku took the lead and charged towards the sky under great pressure. Kakarot. Vegeta just wanted to stop Son Goku's foolish behavior, but the wound on his body was involved, and he grinned in pain and was miserable. Uncle Vegeta, don't talk for now. I'll take you to Kalanta. After eating the fairy beans, I will rush over to help my father. After Son Gohan finished speaking, he hugged Vegeta directly and moved towards Kalanta at the fastest speed. Location: fly away. With his current strength and speed, if he burst out with all his strength, he would be able to rush from the western capital to Kelin Tower in half a minute. It took only a minute to go back and forth. I believe it was only a minute, and his father could hold on to it. Son Gohan took Vegeta to Kalanta. Masked Black Goku doesn't care at all. Vegeta has lost the value of his challenge. Now, it's the Son Goku appetizer that's a little more interesting. Quickly get rid of this second appetizer. He has to go to the 6th universe and eat the main course. Although I don't know which Black you are from, but this time I don't need the assistance of Zeno-sama, I can defeat you alone. With his fists clenched, Son Goku raised his vigilance and went all out to pose him. That iconic fighting state. Seeing this iconic posture, masked Black Goku smiled disdainfully. Then what? You came here to rescue Vegeta, just to say to me that I will definitely defeat you, this stupid thing. Son Goku, I'm not what I used to be now. Let me remind you first, before I came to this time and space, 98 of you died in my hands. Counting you, it was exactly 99. With an angry shout, masked Black Goku no longer hides himself the real combat power, the majestic energy spewed out in an instant like a tsunami. During the power conference, Bergette showed extraordinary terrifying combat power in this posture. He and Vegeta's fusion body, Gogeta, was completely pressed and beaten, and he was not even qualified to fight back. Is it only this level? Son Goku, you in this world just don't give me any interest. Masked Black Goku said with a sinister smile. Hum. If you name it according to your taste, it's called Super Saiyan Pink 3rd rank. My mastery of this body has reached the point where it surpasses the deity. Even you, Son Goku, in front of me, it's just an ant. The current masked Black Goku is very confident in his own power. The increase in the terrifying power of Super Saiyan's 3rd tier of Pink directly raised his combat power value to a terrifying 4000. Whether it was this airtight, violent attack, or Son Goku's every move, he didn't even have to look to know which direction the attack was coming from. Such provocative and contemptuous words made Son Goku extremely angry. Peach, the 3rd rank. Son Goku, who gritted his teeth, felt an incomparably huge pressure at this moment. He had seen the 3rd rank of Super Saiyan in the realm of God. It seemed like a quick, accurate attack, but it didn't even touch the corners of masked Black Goku's clothes. Advertisement. In this pure rose-red energy glow, masked Black Goku stands in a new way. This fighting force is enough to look down on everything, and even gave him the confidence to defeat gods of destruction. He seems to have seen all of his tricks, masked Black Goku. Moreover, they have all found the perfect way to decipher them. Son Goku was stunned when he saw the masked Black Goku in this state. As the deity, can you only reach this level? It's really disappointing. Son Goku, even you, in front of me, can only be reduced to an appetizer. Masked Black Goku's face was full of contempt and disdain, and he shook his head in disappointment. Son Goku, who was stimulated again, was furious and felt very unhappy. On the basis of the normal combat power of 3000 Z, using the 2nd rank of Super Saiyan Blue is enough to increase his combat power to 6 grooves. Now using 20 times the Kaioken again will only increase his combat power to the level of Pobago. Masked Black Goku, relying on the blessing of Super Saiyan Pink's 3rd order state, his speed, strength, and all aspects are far superior to Son Goku. His attacking rhythm accelerated, and his tactics were constantly changing, but even so, masked Black Goku seemed to have perfectly predicted all his attacks and evaded them perfectly. This energy. Son Goku was shocked by being forced back 10 meters by the incomparably powerful power of God. This power was more than 100 times stronger than him. When Son Goku attacks, he can dodge in an instant with his old-fashioned experience and understanding of Son Goku. Ant, don't underestimate me. It's really amazing that you have developed my body to such an extent, but, after all, you are just a fake. I will never lose to you. Kaioken. 20 times. Teeth clenched, Son Goku pulls out his final trump card, Kaioken. But masked Black Goku doesn't know that his combat power is indeed more than that of the gods at the end of Gods of Destruction. On the basis of the second order of the Super Saiyan blue color, he directly took out 20 times the Kaioken, which is the limit that his body can currently bear. Open black lens bracket impossible. He sees through all my attacks. This is the fighting style I improved after the power conference. Even that guy Vegeta doesn't know, how can this guy? Son Goku doesn't understand, and also felt utterly puzzled. The last people who despised him so much were Jiren and Bergette, but now, another one has appeared. With this mere 120-ditch combat power, compared to the 4,000-ditch masked Black Goku, the difference is more than 10 times. Being able to break through the sound barrier in an instant and launch a dazzling attack is indeed terrifying, but it is not yet truly invincible. The waist-length peach-colored hair and the terrifying aura that is too deep to touch are undoubtedly the same transformation as the third-order Super Saiyan blue color. No matter how good his temper was, he couldn't help it now. It's really annoying for you to talk, take it. 1.5. Son Goku took the initiative to attack without wanting to talk too much nonsense. For no other reason, he fights too many times, and the number of times he fights Son Goku, even if it doesn't actually happen, can be reproduced again and again in his mind. But in the face of the top gods of destruction, he is still a mere ant. There is nothing wrong with the third level of Super Saiyan Pink and the third level of Super Saiyan Blue. Kaioken's breath skyrocketed, his energy rose in an instant, and his speed was several times faster than before. The violent energy impact swept across the sky like a giant wave, and the terrifying rose-red aura was enough to tear through the night sky, destroy everything, and penetrated the sky in a blink of an eye. Chapter 160 Overwhelming Combat Power, Son Goku is dead. Open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The unyielding Son Goku has launched a series of fierce and strong attacks on the masked Black Goku. His strength and speed are gradually increasing, but no matter how he improves, the masked Black Goku is as easy as expected. Avoid. It seems that he has seen these attacks dozens of times, hundreds of times, without his own thinking. His body can make perfect and accurate judgments, and dodge all attacks accurately and skillfully. No matter how much you resist, it's just a futile struggle. Son Goku, you have already died at my hands 98, and counting you, it's the 99th. With a sneer, the masked Black Goku, a flash of scarlet light flashed in his eyes, and the next second, it was time for him to take the initiative to attack. In an instant, all of Son Goku's violent offensives were disintegrated. His attacks, every move, perfectly restrained Son Goku's improved version of the Kamexian style of fighting, and the situation was reversed in an instant. Son Goku was forced to defend and was beaten by the ferocious attack of masked Black Goku. Bang! Pound! 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 The speed of the attack became faster and faster. Under the fierce attack of masked Black Goku, which was enough to block everything, Son Goku revealed a fatal flaw, and the defense was completely broken in an instant. This. Impossible. The defense was broken. Son Goku opened his mouth wide, his face full of horror and disbelief. The next second, masked Black Goku's big hand pinched his face fiercely in his unbelievable gaze. Crack. Bones crunched. Terrifying finger strikes slammed into Son Goku's head mercilessly. Every battle is like this. Except for the first few times, you can surprise me. Now you are really disappointing. Son Goku, I can only look up at your unreachable power, Son Goku. But now I have become the existence that you must look up to, and my mastery of this body has reached the point of surpassing the deity. The cold and arrogant words fell, and masked Black Goku threw Son Goku's body towards Nishido with a big hand. With a loud noise of boom, Son Goku, who lost control of his body, fell to the ground like a cannonball. For a time, the wind was surging, and the smoke filled the air. The impact of the explosion turned into a huge wave that was superimposed on each other, spreading in all directions, sweeping away. Chasing after the victory, masked Black Goku did not plan to let Son Goku go. He raised his hand, and the majestic power of God gathered in his palm, and even the space was distorted. Single quote comma comma exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The faint light of death condensed in his palm and was infinitely magnified. The terrifying power caused all living beings to fall into a dead silence. The terrifying blow of masked Black Goku was enough to turn an entire planet into nothingness, and not even atoms remained. Masked Black Goku's expression is arrogant and evil, and he looks down on everything below him like a god of judgment. With this planet, let's disappear together, Son Goku. The voice fell, and a terrifying light was released from the palm of the masked Black Goku, and a beam of energy that was enough to tear everything shot out from his palm. He slammed into the spot where Son Goku had fallen earlier. Advertisement. Once this energy hits the Earth, the entire Earth will disappear in an instant, and everything will be destroyed. It was at this time that a mutation arose. From where Son Goku fell, a beam of silver-white energy was suddenly released into the sky. Single quote comma 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 exclamation mark 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 single quote. The majestic energy light ripped apart the space, and in an instant, the energy beam of masked Black Goku, which was enough to destroy everything, was wiped out. This heat. Feeling this familiar heat, Goku's pupils shrank slightly. He, once again, saw this familiar scene. This happened when the 83rd Son Goku was hunted, and Son Goku entered another very novel state. The hair turned gray-silver, and the strength also showed an explosive growth. The main thing is that the speed has also become very fast, and the body can also react to itself to avoid all attacks. It's just that this state can't last, and the strength is not as good as his Super Saiyan Pink Third Order, so, without exception, they are all defeated in his hands. Single quote comma comma exclamation mark 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 single quote. In the void, a figure was looming, and Son Goku slowly walked out with a brand new attitude in this silver-white energy light curtain. His state now is not the same as any of the previous ones. Silver-white hair, but the hairstyle is normal, and now he has entered a special state of mysterious and mysterious. This state is exactly Ultra Instinct. And, it is still the pinnacle of Ultra Instinct. Exploiting the full potential of the body, the current Son Goku has directly entered the ranks of Chigo, although there is still a long way to go compared to the third tier of Super Saiyan Pink of Masked Black Goku, but at least the gap between the two is not as desperate as before. Masked Black Goku looked down on Son Goku, who had entered the peak state of Ultra Instinct, with an excited and bloodthirsty smile on his face. Sure enough, you in this time and space have evolved again after experiencing the power conference held by Zeno-sama. However, I have not seen this special state. Let me remind you, Son Goku, you in this state, I've killed quite a few. 39 is gearing up for Masked Black Goku's eyes with a strong killing intent. At this moment, Son Goku was like a plaything in his eyes. Really, you said that you have killed a lot of me in this state. Since you are so confident that you can take my life, then come and give it a try. No more nonsense. Son Goku rushed forward again, and now he, in terms of speed, a qualitative change has taken place, and the combat effectiveness has also undergone rapid progress. In the blink of an eye, an aurora passed through the space, rushing towards the Masked Black Goku. Faced with this astonishing speed, Masked Black Goku took no hassle and handled all attacks with ease and ease. Bang, pound, bang, pound, bang, pound, bang, pound, bang, pound, bang, pound, bang. Advertisement. The continuous sound of air explosions exploded one after another in the space. The confrontation between the fists and feet of the two sides officially started. When Son Goku mastered Ultra Instinct, his speed, strength, and fighting style have all been significantly improved. In the fierce battle with the Masked Black Goku, you cannot fall behind, and can compete with the powerful combat power of the third tier of Super Saiyan Pink. The two turned into different energy rays, shuttled in the space at an extremely amazing speed. The speed became faster and faster, and the light became more and more dazzling. The silver-white light that represents the divine power of mortals and the pink light that represents the gods. Son Goku, who is at the peak of Ultra Instinct, did give Masked Black Goku some pressure. However, these pressures are dispensable for Masked Black Goku. His true combat power is much stronger than Ultra Instinct's peaked Son Goku. Son Goku, being able to master Angel's magic skills is really not easy for you, but that's the end of it. Your ending is the same as you in other parallel time and space, and you will eventually die in my hands. The mastery of the body has reached a realm beyond the deity. The voice fell, and the surging and terrifying aura around Masked Black Goku's body showed an explosive growth. Comma 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 exclamation mark 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 exclamation mark. A loud noise, violent energy aura, turned into huge waves and scattered in the space. The terrifying impact was enough to destroy everything. Son Goku was also forced to several dozen meters away by the impact of this energy, and an embarrassed look appeared on his face. It was the first time he felt such a profound and strange divine power. I didn't expect you to develop my body to such a level. Hee, you're amazing, but a fake, after all, can't win against the deity. His eyes narrowed, Son Goku growled loudly, and the energy in the body is fully liberated. The silver-white energy was released again, turning into a sky-high ray of light that ran through the universe space, as if it was about to shred the sky and was extremely terrifying. It turns out that even if I am stronger than the deity, I am not as good as the current me, Son Goku. You should be honored to be the 99th soul to be defeated by me. Now, it is over. The corners of the mouth are slightly undulating, and the Masked Black Goku's a meaningful and intriguing smile appeared on his face. Only, resist this terrifying energy wave. Son Goku. There was a loud noise, and a deafening super explosion of energy occurred. Accept the move. Black, Super God, Turtle, Pi, Chi, Gong, Bo. A roar, a blue-white energy like the roar of a giant dragon. A beam of light shot out from Son Goku's palm, sweeping towards Masked Black Goku with unrivaled terrifying power. Die, Saiyan, said. The rose-red light in Goku's palm became more and more intense, and his Nirvana, Super Dark Kamehameha Bow Rose was released at the same time. In an instant, the sky shook, the sea boiled and the mountains shook, and the shock wave of terror swept the world at an astonishing speed. The words fell, and the muscles in his arms swelled more than a circle at a speed visible to the naked eye. Even if they survived by chance, they won't last long. It is also in the same posture as Son Goku, condensing the energy of Kamehameha waves. Advertisement. Single quote comma 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 exclamation mark 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 exclamation mark. The two different areas represent the overwhelming terrifying combat power of the two. The energy of the whole body converged at one point. Son Goku steadied his horse in the void. The rich and divine power of the gods surged around him, from the arms to the palms. Only because his face was blocked by the mask, he couldn't see his sinister smile. The two energies collided, the space collapsed, the universe trembled, and the terrifying power even passed from this distant Earth to the gods of destruction in the higher dimension. It can also be judged that the current Son Goku is dead. On the other hand, Goku, the masked black, was able to handle it with ease, with a relaxed look on his face, and he had the upper hand, even showing a disdainful smile. Son Goku, already at the limit of the limit, the Ultra Instinct skill, he has not mastered it for a long time. He can only say that this is the second time to comprehend except for Vegette's successful comprehension, so this what should the form pay attention to, and how to maximize the improvement of energy, Son Goku has no way. Majestic energy emerged from his arms, and his super dark Kamehameha wave rose even more, inflated a large circle, and with more terrifying destructive power, instantly defeated Son Goku's super god Kamehameha wave. Boom! Long! The energy exploded. Son Goku made every effort to increase his energy release, maximize the function of Ultra Instinct, drain all the potential contained in this body, and fully liberate. Judging by breath perception, Son Goku's breath has disappeared. A dazzling fire rose from the ground, engulfing Son Goku and the area in an instant. This posture is impressively Son Goku's famous stunt, the ancestral Kamehameha wave. One blue and one red, the two energies collided. His pupils shrunk, and a fatal sense of crisis emerged. Son Goku gritted his teeth, trying to find a way to escape, but the surrounding space was blocked by masked black Goku's law of space, and he had nowhere to hide. One is silver and the other is pink. Masked black Goku stands in the void as a winner, with a faint smile on his face. But even if 183 is like this, he still can't reverse the situation. He is at a disadvantage in this game between energy waves. Single quote comma 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 exclamation mark 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 single quote. A beam of rose-red energy with even more terrifying power, carrying the power to wipe out all things, rushed towards Son Goku like a divine punishment from a god. The aura of the two continues to increase, polarizing the environment of the earth, and the sky is rendered into two different colors. Really? Do you think Kamehameha wave is only you? As I have developed this body to the extreme, I will only be stronger than you. After all, masked black Goku also greatly increased the body weight. The power of the gods, the rose-red aura, was crying like the mourning of the souls in the abyss. The 99th Son Goku who died in my hands, after defeating you, my mastery over this body has gone to a higher level, the endless Saiyan power is surging in my body, and then, as long as I eat the main dish again, I will definitely be able to complete the next step of evolution. 35 Masked Black Goku's excitement is hard to hide, and every time he kills Son Goku, the unprecedented pleasure will flood into his heart, let him linger and be happy. Chapter 161 Crisis, Gods of Destruction Beerus Rescue. Open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. He can feel that every time he defeats Son Goku's deity once, his body will undergo a new transformation, and an indescribable energy will spread in his body at an extremely fast speed, making his the combat power has risen to a higher level in a very short period of time. Masked Black Goku is enjoying the feeling of the power rushing through his body now. He felt that now he has evolved again. Although he has not been able to complete that kind of large-scale evolutionary jump, his current combat power has been improved to a realm beyond imagination. A steady stream of Saiyan's power surged in his body, spreading all over his body, and after a while, masked Black Goku recovered from this comfortable feeling. He took a deep breath, opened his arms, and condescendingly overlooked the scene below him, which was surrounded by flames and was like a terrifying prison. It looks like a mess. Although this land has been devastated, I can see him blooming beautifully one day in the future after getting rid of the human pest. Masked Black Goku sighed. At the same time, in the breath perception, a familiar breath is approaching his position at an extremely fast speed. With a suspicious look on his face, masked Black Goku's eyes turned to the dark blue light rushing from the sky at an astonishing speed. The owner of this deep blue light, who is not Vegeta. Resurrected from the dying state, the potential in the body has been partially liberated, and now he is stronger than before. But even so, in front of the masked black Goku of the third level of Super Saiyan Pink, a mere dark blue Vegeta is not enough to look at. The dark blue Vegeta who came, stayed at a position 100 meters away from the masked black Goku. His breath perception expanded, trying to find the position of Son Goku's breath, but in vain. Son Goku's Kai was completely wiped from this world, so he couldn't notice anything. Damn, still a step late. Kakarot's breath, completely gone. Feeling that the situation was not good, Vegeta looked at Kamenkuro Goku's awe-inspiring and terrifying state. The third level of Super Saiyan's Pink, this reminded him of the cruel memories he experienced at the Power Conference not long ago. The sixth universe's Bergette swept their entire seventh universe with overwhelming combat power, even defeating him and Son Goku's fusion warriors at the hands of Bergette. The state used by the other party is exactly the same except for the color and name. The third level of Super Saiyan in the realm of the gods. This is a transformation he can't even imagine, and a realm beyond his reach. He has practiced until now, and has experienced the baptism of the Power Conference, but he has only barely reached the state of Super Saiyan's dark blue evolution, and he has not even been able to fully utilize the combat power of this form. Not to mention, on top of this, the higher level Super Saiyan blue color third level, although he has seen it, but now he has no clue in his mind. He couldn't even find a way to transform into this state. Advertisement. You know it's a battle you can't win, but you still have to come and die. Is this the spirit of your fighting nation, Saiyan? It's really worthy of admiration, but that's the only thing I can praise you for, Vegeta. Masked Black Goku's face showed a playful look, and he was like a hunter, joking about Vegeta in front of him. His eyes were full of disdain. Even Son Goku, who was stronger than him, died in his own hands, so what is a mere Vegeta? Bastard. Look down on me, Mr. Vegeta again and again. I will make you pay the price. The anger of his body made the power of God in his body usher in an explosive growth at this moment. He opened his arms, and the power of God gathered crazily under the mobilization of his thoughts. After eating a fairy bean, he crawled back from the brink of death. Now his combat power is even stronger than before. With the special nirvana he created alone, now his combat power has leapt again. The qualitative change is several times stronger than before. Boom rumble. In this endless void, there was a sudden sound of rolling thunder, and blue and white lightning visible to the naked eye fell from the space, carrying an unparalleled terrifying power that was enough to destroy everything. The space opened its fangs like a poisonous snake, hysterically showing its power. Vegeta's body swelled for a full circle because of this powerful energy fluctuation, and the muscles of the whole body were frantically accumulating and compressing energy. A hysterical growl came from Vegeta's mouth, and now his breath had climbed to the top. The energy of Super Saiyan's dark blue evolution was also tapped to the extreme by him. With the huge pressure brought by masked Black Goku, he finally mastered all the fighting power of Super Saiyan Deep Blue evolution. After being resurrected from the near death, the normal combat power increased to 5,000 types, and it became a 200,000-fold evolution of the Super Saiyan Dark Blue. The normal combat power increased to 10 grooves. No, more than that, the overall combat power of Super Saiyan's Dark Blue evolution has been increased to 500,000 times that of normal. The current Vegeta, the real combat power value is 25 grooves. The power of this nirvana can increase his apparent combat power several times, which looks terrifying, but in fact, the combat power value has only reached the level of Bago at most. Is that all it takes? The disappointment in Goku's eyes couldn't be concealed. Vegeta, after all, is not as good as Son Goku. No matter how powerful Super Saiyan Deep Blue evolution is, it is far from the realm where he is now. There is too much difference between them. Noticing the disappointment in Goku's eyes, Vegeta was even more annoyed. Advertisement. You will definitely regret despising me, Vegeta. Gamma Blast Energy Flash. In a thunderous roar, Vegeta fully released his nirvana. Come on, Vegeta, use your last nirvana to attack me, and you'll know right away what despair is. Masked Black Goku, with a face full of indifference, sneered contemptuously. Boom. A loud bang, surging energy, swept the world. Vegeta's gamma burst flashes, tearing space with devastating power. In the masked Black Goku engulfed the opponent's body under his unconcerned gaze, and then this surging energy rushed into the universe. Son Gohan, who is a melon eater, was frightened by the overwhelming breath. Cold sweat fell on his forehead, and his face was full of horror and disbelief. He came with Vegeta, but Vegeta's speed was too fast, leaving him behind, and he saw such a shocking scene as soon as he arrived. Such terrifying energy will definitely be able to injure, or even kill, the monster masked Black Goku. It's so strong. Uncle Vegeta, this terrifying attack is much more terrifying than the one at the Power Conference, and this move also hit the guy's body, so, we should be. Son Gohan wiped off the cold sweat on his forehead, just as he was about to pronounce the verdict, but the terrifying aura that suddenly appeared, dispelled all his thoughts in an instant. That bottomless evil energy spread at a speed that had been tolerated once again. In the center, engulfed by energy, the strong and burly body of masked Black Goku loomed. Vegeta's attack did not affect him at all. This, impossible, unscathed. Cold sweat fell on his forehead, and Son Gohan, who was a bystander, was stunned at this moment. What a terrifying power this is, how many times stronger than Vegeta, so that this blow can be neutralized without injury. This kind of thing shouldn't happen. In the thick smoke, the masked black Goku's violent anger dispelled the smoke. He clapped his hands nonchalantly. The disappointment in his eyes could not be concealed. His eyes were cold and pitiful, and he looked at Vegeta, who had been unable to maintain his state. It's really disappointing. Vegeta, you are just like the 98 Vegeta that I killed before. You are all worthless waste, even if you have the power beyond the limit. You are not a god's opponent. .35 Masked Black Goku exclaimed meaningfully. And at this moment, Vegeta is here. After releasing the final Horse Burst energy flash, Vegeta gasped heavily. The breathing rhythm became rapid. The dark blue light was fading away little by little. At this moment, he even maintained the current state. The strength required is almost gone. But, damn, is there really no way out? Kakarot, you shouldn't die so easily. Come out quickly, Vegeta muttered to himself. In the next second, he exhausted his last strength, clenched his teeth. Vegeta forcibly supported his already exhausted body, and looked at Goku, the masked Black, as if nothing had happened. Black, you just stole Kakarot's body. It is absolutely impossible to beat me. I will let you die here today no matter what. Vegeta said with a stern killing intent. Really, if you want to take my life, you must also have that strength. Vegeta, as an appetizer, it's already very good for you to be able to do this. Now, it's time for you to leave. The cold and arrogant words fell, and masked Black Goku started to act again. Advertisement. His left hand was raised high, and a deep rose red light gathered in his palm. Blazing the gods again and again, provoking the gods again and again. You damned Saiyans, you must taste the desperation that can't climb out of this heavy punishment. With this planet, let's go away together. With a roar, the energy ball condensed in the palm of masked Black Goku's palm also became more terrifying and huge. The terrifying power even made Deep Blue Vegeta nervous to the extreme, because the power of this blow is far from what he can resist now. Once hit, you will surely die. But now he has no way out. If he doesn't block it, the whole earth will be blown into powder. At the moment when the bullet of destruction in the palm of Goku's palm was about to be thrown, a mutation suddenly occurred. A chill that made people feel thorny from the depths of the soul spread from the soles of the feet to the whole body, and the masked Black Goku was stiff at this moment, and the energy in his hands was suddenly dissipated, and he looked towards the void. Angel Whis, gods of destruction Beerus, I do not know when has come to earth. And, in their hands, there is the dying Son Goku. Obviously, they were already on Earth early in the morning, just hiding in the dark and watching the changes, and Son Goku, who should have died, was also rescued by them. Doesn't belong to Black in our time and space. Traveling through time and space is a serious crime. It is discovered by this god, and you can't fly even if you put your wings on it. The arrogance and mighty aura of the good and bad gods are undoubtedly revealed at this moment. Destroying the masked Black Goku that does not belong to this time and space is also within the scope of his responsibility. The reason why I have only shot now is to test how far Son Goku and Vegeta have grown now, and secondly, to see the details of this masked Black Goku. Beerus. Vegeta was overjoyed after seeing Beerus. If gods of destruction Beerus shot, the earth would be fine. Then, he noticed the unconscious Kakarot in Angel Whis' hand. The big stone that had been hanging in his heart finally sank. He almost thought that Kakarot, before he arrived, was taken by masked Black Goku. Take your life. Dad is all right. It's so good. And Lord Beerus, if it's Lord Beerus, just Black, there's nothing to be afraid of. Son Gohan clearly understands that the current battle situation has been completely reversed. No matter how powerful masked Black Goku is, it is impossible to surpass Beerus, the gods of destruction. Hum. Gods of destruction Beerus, in the 12 gods of destruction, your power is at the pinnacle, and even has the reputation of the first gods of destruction, but now I am being targeted by you, the god, I don't know. Is it an honor or a misfortune? Masked Black Goku smiled sullenly, looking at his calm appearance. It seemed that he wasn't too afraid of gods of destruction Beerus. The powerful power of Super Saiyan's third rank gives him the courage to touch anyone, even if the enemy he faces is Beerus, who is known as the head of the 12 gods of destruction. He will not be afraid, because now he thinks that he has surpassed gods of destruction, and as god, he will definitely not be worse than gods of destruction Beerus. Chapter 162 Death, Masquerade Challenge Bergette. Open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Listening to the praise of masked Black Goku, gods of destruction Beerus was unmoved, the murderous intent in his eyes bloomed without reservation. It's not bad at all, but unfortunately, it's too late to regret it now. You who don't belong to this time and space are destined to be destroyed. As soon as the words fell, Beerus's whole body ignited the eerie gods of destruction power. As soon as this power came out, the sky and the earth changed color. Everything started to vibrate. Feeling the terrifying coercion of gods of destruction on Beerus, masked Black Goku's expression became extremely ugly and became very distorted. It can only be said that it is indeed gods of destruction Beerus, and now he is still a long way from Beerus. Now is not the time to take on the strongest gods of destruction. What a terrifying power. Noble Lord gods of destruction, if I can stand at your height, maybe my plan has been completed, but sooner or later, I will surpass you, although this body is driving let me fight you, but now is not the time, Beerus. With a sneer, masked Black Goku mobilized the power of the law of space within him. In an instant, the power of the law of time worked, and he himself disappeared in place in an instant, but left the 7th universe in a blink of an eye. Escaped. Black Goku's sudden escape caught Beerus by surprise. However, since he escaped, then forget it. He also doesn't have that much spare time to go to a masked Black Goku in the district. Moreover, judging by perception, the other party should no longer be in his 7th universe, and he can make trouble wherever he wants. As long as he is not within his jurisdiction, he will not manage these messes. But now Son Goku, if he doesn't get a good treatment, I'm afraid he will die. Located at the junction of the 6th universe and the 7th universe. Masked Black Goku jumped into space with the power of space law at the last minute, and came to this realm. After escaping from the tiger's mouth, he took a deep breath and wiped the cold sweat off his forehead, as if he had just climbed out of the gate of hell. Gods of Destruction Beerus, your power is really extraordinary. Even if I am involved in the field of gods of destruction, I am still far from 187 compared to you. But don't be too complacent, retreat temporarily. It's for future victory. After adjusting his state, masked Black Goku murmured, and released the 3rd stage of Super Saiyan Pink. Because of the defeat of Son Goku and Vegeta, his strength has increased again. The previous combat power was only 8,000, but the current normal combat power has reached 9,000 Z. He has a hunch that as long as he kills the main dish that came to this time and space, he will be able to complete the true transformation and evolve to a step that no one can match. He turned his eyes and landed on the huge and mysterious sphere in front of him. Inside this sphere, represents a universe. It is also the 6th universe. The real goal of his trip. I hope that Saiyan from the 6th universe won't let me down and bring me more fun than Son Goku and Vegeta. With his fists clenched, masked Black Goku couldn't restrain his excitement. The next second, instant transmission skill display, he disappeared in place and headed towards the 6th universe. Advertisement. At the same time, Sarada planet. The cultivation of the sisters Caulifla and Kale also came to an end. As Saiyans, their potential is also extraordinary, and today's practice has made them more proficient in mastering this form. As long as they continue to practice in the state of Super Saiyan, they will definitely be able to touch a wider sky. However, after finishing their cultivation, they were lying on the ground recovering their physical strength, unaware that a new crisis had come at this moment. Located 1,000 meters above them in the sky, masked Black Goku has reached the planet Sarada through instant transmission. At this time, the masked Black Goku, overlooking the Earth from a high altitude, has all Saiyan in sight. Is this the home planet of the 6th universe Saiyan? There are so many Saiyans living here, a bunch of disgusting wild monkeys. Upon seeing these Saiyans, the anger in Black Goku's heart became uncontrollable, majestic anger burned in the heart. He raised his hand, and the black and yellow energy gathered in his palm. In the next second, the energy bomb escaped from the palm and fell toward the ground. On the ground, Bebef, Caulifla and Kale, who had finished their training, suddenly sensed a deadly sense of crisis. They instinctively raised their heads and looked into the sky. What caught my eye was the infinitely magnified black-red energy bomb. Oops, Kaylee, get out of the way. Caulifla, who first came back to her senses, called out to Kaylee. Kale jumped up in an instant and left the ground like Caulifla. Boom. The energy exploded, the fiery flames shot into the sky, and the terrifying explosion shook the planet Sarada. Such a sudden change caught the attention of all Saiyans, and also attracted Bergette's attention. Far away at home, Bergette, with her keen perception, discovered that there was an evil spirit on the planet Sarada that he had never felt before. This evil spirit is completely different from any evil spirit that has ever been exposed to. Feeling that the situation is not good, Bergette decisive instant transmission rushed to the battlefield. At the moment, the masked Black Goku is appreciating his work with satisfaction. He was very satisfied with this. That's right, the evil Saiyan monkey should disappear in the explosion. 35 Masked Black Goku smiled evilly and said cruelly. Bastard, who are you? Why are you attacking us all of a sudden? Caulifla's roar spread, and her gaze fixed on Masked Black Goku. After confirming that this person was the one who attacked him, Caulifla was not used to her decisive anger and rushed towards masked Black Goku, and attacked with her fangs and claws. Savage and violent human beings, don't try to touch God with your dirty hands. A look of disgust flashed in his eyes. Masked Black Goku raised his hand, aimed at Caulifla's throat, and grabbed it with one hand. The terrifying power broke out in an instant, making Caulifla lose the ability to act in an instant. Advertisement. With just one hand, he easily grabbed the Super Saiyan second order peak state Caulifla, which shows that the gap is huge. But, damn, who are you? Who are you? Caulifla struggled with all her strength, but found that it didn't work at all. This kind of terrifying power once made her feel unbelievable. Who is this masked man in front of him? What is he trying to do by suddenly attacking them? Mortals are not qualified to know the name of God. Masked Black Goku said. Let go of my sister. You bastard. Caulifla was pinched with one hand, and Kale, who was an elementary school girl, couldn't help it. The uncontrollable outbreak of Chuan Chao's power, her eyes glowed with red light, and there was a faint tendency to run away. The terrifying power made masked Black Goku look sideways, with a look of interest on his face. This power, which he had seen when traveling to other parallel planes, belonged to Saiyan's legendary power, and he even fought against that ugly demon, apparently named Brawly. In the end, he won, and Brawly was killed by his own hands. The little girl in front of her has the same power as that demon flowing through her body. Do you want to save her? Then I'll give her back to you. With a playful look in his eyes, masked Black Goku threw the Caulifla in his hand to Kale like garbage. Seeing Caulifla attacking, Kale was startled, and subconsciously opened his arms to catch Caulifla. Bang! Her body was also hit by this terrifying force in an instant, lost control, and attacked the ground. It's a pair of good sisters who lived and died together. As a god, I gave you a gift, let's die together. With a sneer, the mask opened his palm, and a faint purple-red light appeared in his palm. Obviously, he was going to take the lives of Caulifla and Kale. Just at the critical moment, a mutation suddenly occurred. A hand suddenly stretched out from masked Black Goku's side and grabbed his wrist. The terrifying power instantly dissipated the energy condensed in masked Black Goku's palm. At the moment before masked Black Goku could react, Bergette's heavy punch mercilessly hit masked Black Goku's face. Noticing that the two women were not seriously injured, Bergette asked, Caulifla, are you two okay? 995. The rumors have surpassed the mortals of gods, and your existence has touched the taboos of gods. Since the gods of this time and space are all useless scumbags, then I will remove your stain from the world. Look good, the real god, what kind of power should be? The self-righteous masked Black Goku has no idea what kind of terrifying existence this man is facing. This unparalleled growth rate is also where his confidence lie. It's just that she can only be incompetent and furious here. The overwhelming fighting power of masked Black Goku makes her feel timid, and she deeply understands that this is far from what she can compete with now. Nani. Feeling the strong force on his arm, masked Black Goku was startled. He turned his head suddenly, and the person in front of him made him feel unbelievable and shocked. The terrifying impact made the mask number 2 Yu Kai turn into a meteor and fall towards the earth in an instant, and the mask on his face even showed tiny cracks. It just made him wonder, the story of the Super Dragon Ball hero has not started yet. How did this masked Black Goku suddenly appear, and he even came to the 6th universe he was in? The sound of bang exploded in the space. Advertisement. After the battle with Son Goku, came in Black Goku's current combat power value, just the ordinary Super Saiyan Pink, has reached 9,000 rang. Brother Bergette. At this time, Kel helped Caulifla to come to Bergette's side. Wasteland. It seems that this battle object that Fu has provided him this time is really not simple. It is much stronger than the Son Goku of this time and space. Just the ability to appear beside him at an unknown time makes him deeply. I understand that this person is not simple. Damn. That bastard wearing a mask is so ruthless, my neck looks like it's going to break. Caliph was angry, and now she can't wait to tear off the masked Black Goku. It's really weird. I'm the 6th universe, and a masked man Black appeared in a good way. Is this a surprise? Or, because of the butterfly effect that I brought? Bergette, who has already recognized the identity of the masked man. Single quote comma comma exclamation mark 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 single quote. This man looked exactly the same as the target Fell had shown him earlier, Bergette. The other party is Black Goku. The rose-red beam of light rose from the ground, and the masked Black Goku completed his transformation, Super Saiyan Pink. No, he is Bergette. Brother Bergette. Who is that person? He gave me a very strange feeling. I have never felt such a strange evil that has strong killing intent towards us. Kair calmly asked. There was a ripple in the space, and Bergette appeared 10 meters in front of masked Black Goku out of thin air. Hum. I still have a little strength, it's worth it for me to cross time and space from a distant parallel world to fight against you. Twisting his neck, masked Black Goku looked straight ahead with a wicked smile on his face. Bergette not far away. The 10,000 times normal increase in combat power has raised his combat power from the peak of the 8th dimension to the peak of the 9th dimension. Looking for me. Bergette felt inexplicable. When did her fame spread beyond the parallel world? He is not from our world, although I don't know why he came here, but he is definitely not a good person. Caulifla, Kair, then you should retreat a little, and I will solve this problem myself. Guy. Then, Bergette cast the law of space, leaping through space, disappearing in place. Masked Black Goku, who was knocked away by Bergette, escaped from the rocks, and the tingling sensation in his face made him feel both irritated and excited. The majestic divine power was mobilized by the masked Black Goku, and a deep rose-red light gushed out from his body. Suddenly, his aura increased sharply, and his combat power exploded. This man is fundamentally different from Son Goku in terms of breath alone. He can see the limit at a glance. This man, in his eyes, is a bunch of mysteries. Single quote comma 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 exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. After the power conference, he didn't know what happened in the outside world. The eyes behind the mask flashed a hint of scarlet light, and all the injuries suffered by masked Black Goku were repaired by this mask. What Bergette surpasses is not God, but angel. The monstrous aura spread out in all directions like a huge wave. Chapter 163 How do you fight these more than 1000 clones? Open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Looking at the monstrous pink aura, Bergette also confirmed the identity of this person. Masked Black. Originally, he still had lingering fears and thought it was Burdock or something, but now, he is 100% sure of the other party's identity, Black Goku. The champion of the power conference, known as a mortal who surpasses the gods, your existence just symbolizes the failure of the gods in this world, so let me remove this stain. The cold and proud masked Black Goku raised his head with the hand, the breath condensed in the palm of the hand into a sharp air blade that could penetrate everything. The power of God gathers on the air blade, making it sharper and the light more conspicuous. In the face of Goku's provocative and deadly actions, Bergette didn't care, and there was no emotional fluctuation on his face. Masked Black Goku's strength is too weak, to him now, he is just a mere ants. He didn't even need to shoot, and he could kill masked Black Goku into nothingness in an instant. In the distance, in a torn space crack, hiding his own breath, Fuzai watched the battle in secret. Finally waited for this moment. Black, don't die so easily, I also count on you to collect that man's data for me. Absolutely. Don't die too fast. The smile on his face became more and more gloomy, as if his plan was about to succeed. Immediately after that, from the space tunnel he cut open, a large number of instruments were sent over by Fu. He wants to collect all of Bergette's stats. He is looking forward more and more to how fierce the next battle will be. After collecting all Bergette's data, he will integrate these data into his body perfectly. In this way, he will evolve once, even can reach a situation comparable to Angel. The more he thought about it, the more excited Fu got, but fortunately he didn't lose his mind completely. On the battlefield, Bergette's expression was indifferent, her arms crossed her chest, and she stared grimly at masked Black Goku, as if she didn't care what the guy said at all. Are those words just now your last words? Bergette said indifferently. Being underestimated, masked Black Goku was furious. No shame. As soon as he finished speaking, the masked Black Goku rushed out, turned into an aurora and ran towards Bergette, the sharp air sword in his hand even set off layers of air waves, aiming at Bergette's eyebrows with a sword. Faced with the slashing of this sword, Bergette was unmoved. No. To be precise, he started his actions as early as the moment masked Black Goku acted. Advertisement. In an instant, the sharp air blade split Bergette's body in two. No, it wasn't Bergette's body, but an afterimage left by moving too fast. The attack was a real hit, but there was no feeling, as if slashing the air, causing the pupils behind the masked Black Goku mask to shrink, and an unbelievable look appeared on his face. The situation seems to be getting a little dangerous. When the masked Black Goku came back to his senses, it was too late, and now he was deep in Bergette's world. The law of reality is omnipotent. From the moment she meets masked Black Goku, Bergette begins her own actions. Single quote comma comma exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark single quote. There are ripples in the space, and the whole world suddenly changes, from the planet Sarada to another special world. Here, there is nothing but the barren land and the red light shining down from the space. What's going on? Masked Black Goku was startled, and an ominous premonition rose in his heart, and this feeling made him feel very dangerous. He looked around and found that there was no shadow of the Sarada planet, as if he had been transferred to a whole new world at this moment. Here, he has never been here, and he has never felt such a dangerous feeling. It seems that he has provoked an existence that should not be provoked. From the moment we met, you entered the world of my domain. I have seen a lot of arrogant people, but it is rare to find someone who comes to court like you. Bergette's leisurely voice came from the void. Entering masked Black Goku's ears, the masked man shuddered in an instant, and panic filled his heart. When? Masked Black Goku was horrified and didn't know what to say. He looked at Bergette with a look of disbelief and surprise in his eyes. The other party, when did you go to the void? Moreover, what is that unfathomable feeling that cannot be seen at all? Black, you don't belong to this world, but you appear in the 6th universe. No matter who finds out your appearance, there is only a dead end. Now Gods of Destruction Champa of the 6th universe is busy with cultivation and has no time to take care of you. I'll do him a favor by the way and get rid of you, a filthy thing that doesn't belong in this world. 35 Bergette's words are so light, they don't take the masked Black Goku in their eyes at all. Do you want to kill a god? Ridiculous. It's just a mere mortal, stop talking nonsense there. Anger surged in his heart, masked Black Goku raised his hand, and shot a rose red from his palm. The energy bullets hit Bergette. Facing the incoming energy bullet, Bergette didn't care, as if she didn't see it. At this moment, a pink slash suddenly appeared in the void, smashing the energy bullet that hit Bergette in an instant. Boom, boom. The energy bullets that were cut in half spread across the space on both sides, and there was a piercing explosion. Impossible. He is. Seeing the person who attacked and chopped up his energy bullet, masked Black Goku was startled, and his body involuntarily stepped back. He seemed to have seen the most incredible scene in his life. Advertisement. Because the person who blocked Bergette's attack was none other than him. Masked Black Goku. Whether it is the state of Super Saiyan's pink, or the breath, it is exactly the same as him, without the slightest difference. As you can see, he is you, Black. You have crossed countless parallel worlds just to kill Son Goku to gain further control over this body, but now facing yourself, you still have that kind of are you sure of killing Son Goku? Bergette's mouth twitched slightly, and a playful smile appeared on her face. As soon as he had a thought, the clone masked Black Goku clone flew to his side, staying beside Bergette like a guard. The law of reality is really the law of omnipotence. As long as you can think of it in your mind and apply the law of reality, you can perfectly replicate the person in your mind. He was just experimenting to see if he could use the law of reality to replicate the masked Black Goku, but he didn't expect this experiment to be successful. If it was him a week ago, he would never be able to do this, but now, he can use the law of reality to copy a living person. Moreover, this clone also possesses power no less than that of the deity. Huh, you know me. It seems that you have a certain understanding of me, although I don't know how you learned of my existence, but all this is not important now. You said, that's me. Humph. Stop talking nonsense there. It's just a despicable replica. Don't think it can really be compared with God. Masked Black Goku retorted angrily, the majesty of God cannot be profaned. Bergette now dares to make this same copy as him, which is the greatest insult to him. God is unique, and this copy is a disgrace. It must be erased. Including this creator, Bergette, has to suffer thousands of only by slashing the sword and enduring the torture of the body and soul for thousands of years can the anger in his heart be quelled. Huh, do you think he's just an inferior replica? With a playful smile on his face, Bergette controlled the masked Black Goku with a cynical look. Dot for flowers. Masked Black Goku was puzzled, and in the next second, his eyes changed from doubt, fear, to deep shock. Impossible. What the hell did you do? So many clones, even a strong man like masked Black Goku, were shocked. No one can save him. There are at least 1,000 copies in this densely packed piece. If all of these clones swarmed together, even if he exerted all his strength, he would be consumed alive. This crime, even if you kill thousands of times, it's not enough. Black, don't think that this clone will only have everything you have. You will, they will, you won't, they will too. After that, Bergette activated her reality law ability again and began to increase the masked Black the number of Goku replicas. The masked Black Goku of this clone actually used the same tricks as the masked Sora, the same sharp rose-red chopping, and two equally equal energies collided in this special realm world. Humans, you always like to be clever. The trick was perfectly reproduced, and masked Black Goku was nervous, he knew that something was wrong. In my world, I am the master, and here I am omnipotent. Black, how about we play a game? Bergette folded her arms and had a playful look on her face, he wanted to play well a masked Black Goku. He also miscalculated. This Bergette, although immortal, was beyond his imagination, and his strength was far more difficult than he thought. Under his thoughts, the clone of masked Black Goku began to move slowly, and the aura around his body began to soar, until it stopped at the level of being on a par with the original masked Black Goku. Advertisement. In this domain world, a large number of rose-red rays of light suddenly flashed, and then these rose-red rays of light were fully transformed into copies of him. This kind of twisted god, he will never let go. Last time, because of the mysterious behind-the-scenes mastermind, Martinu got a little life back. This time, masked Black Goku must fall no matter what. After all, the clone is a clone, without the consciousness of independent thinking, and the battle has to be controlled by him. Game. Hearing this, masked Black Goku was stunned, and in the next second, he burst into a rage. A replica of Super Saiyan's pink first order like Goku, Bergette can make hundreds of them at will, and control them. Moreover, in terms of aura intensity, it is not inferior to his deity. However, it is not impossible to deal with. For Bergette, though, it wasn't difficult to control the clone, he just had a fun idea. He can't make the replicas have self-awareness, but he can add a lot of replicas within the scope of his ability. Unexpectedly, this replica not only did not dodge, but instead did something that the masked Black Goku deity will never forget in this life. If at this moment, all the players of the Power Conference are here, they will be shocked and speechless. The mere mortals dare to play tricks on the gods. Little clever. Don't think too much of yourself, Black. You are just a tool to test my abilities, I hope you don't regret coming to me later. Bergette sneered and turned to look at the perfect replica. The combat power of each clone is comparable to the deity, and there are more than 1,000 in number. This is a fart. Obediently waiting on the spot to die, no matter how much you struggle, it is futile. That's right, it's just a game. I have your clones here. If there are not many of them, it's only 1,436. Of course, I won't let them all dispatch. If you kill it, it would be too boring. Bergette's remarks sounded so light, without the slightest mood swing. A mere clone, don't think it can be compared to the original. With an angry roar, masked Black Goku swung the air sword at the void, forming a chopping wave that was enough to split everything, moving towards the dummy of the clone. Go to the air raid. The number of these replicas was beyond his imagination. This self-esteemed fellow, in terms of personality, is exactly the same as Martino, which makes him disgusted. Super Saiyan's full power is not everything. As a god and arrogance, combined with the body of the strongest mortal, masked Black Goku thinks he is invincible in the entire universe, and he can ignore gods of destruction. A mere Bergette. He. The loud sound of boom caused layers of huge waves in the world of this domain, and a large number of ripples appeared in the space, and the shock wave of breath visible to the naked eye spread rapidly. Wong. Chapter 164 Masked Kong's mentality collapsed. Open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Do you think you can easily kill me? This feeling of being overlooked and underestimated made Goku the Masked Black very annoyed, angry, surging in his heart, and the majestic anger made him want to be in the sky. Bergette slashes 1,000 times, kills 1,000 times. If Zeno or Grand Priest looked down on him like this, he would never be as angry as he is now. The only thing he hates is humans, not gods. To be honest, if both Grand Priest and Zeno were in favor of his Human Zero plan, he would not have turned into the degenerate and ugly appearance he is today for his own dreams. To be honest, if I want to kill you, it's as easy as stepping on an ant. Well, enough nonsense. Now, let me pronounce the rules of the game. The rules are very simple. In this 1004 of the more than 100 clones, as long as you can kill half of them, even if you win, I will let you go. Of course, if you die in this battle with the clones, you can't blame me. Bergette said. Seeing himself as a god above all, only the masked Black Goku has always judged mortals. Now, being played as a toy by mortals that he despises, this feeling of humiliation, this sense of shame, makes masked Black Goku feel worse than death. The only one who will die is you. Angrily roared, masked Black Goku couldn't bear it at this moment. There was a loud noise of boom. The majestic evil energy spewed out from his body continuously, and the terrifying impact turned into rolling waves and spread rapidly in all directions. At this moment, the rose-red divine power has been sublimated. In the whole body of masked Black Goku, the 187, that was like a flame of God's energy is now turned into a jet of God's energy. Her hair has become more erect than the previous round, her breath has become more terrifying, and her combat power has also improved by leaps and bounds. This form is the second stage of Super Saiyan Pink. The power increase is exactly the same as the evolution of Super Saiyan Dark Blue. The 500,000-fold increase in the normal combat power has raised the combat power value of masked Black Goku to a terrifying 45. This level of terrorist combat power has reached half of Bergette's normal combat power level. Of course, this is limited to the normal Bergette's appearance of not mobilizing the power of law. Super Saiyan Pink Second Order, it's exactly the same as Son Goku's Blue Second Order, but it doesn't seem to be useful. With a playful smile on his face, Bergette didn't care about the masked black in front of her. Goku. The transformation of Super Saiyan Second Order Pink, at this moment, seemed to be ignored by him, posing no threat to him at all. Even, without having to do it yourself, these replicas can be easily done. With a thought, Bergette drove 10 copies of masked Black Goku to attack the original of masked Black Goku. 10 streams of pink streamers flowed into space, rushing towards the masked Black Goku at the same speed. A mere clone, don't think it can be compared to God. Masked Black Goku, who was furious, finally showed his housekeeping skills at this moment. Around him, the space became weird, and he jumped into space in an instant and disappeared in place. This scene made Bergette stunned for a moment. With his eyesight, he could tell what kind of power this was at a glance. Space Law. Masked Black Goku's mastery of this power really surprised Bergette. Advertisement. It seems that the plot in Dragon Ball Hero's biography is still different from the real Dragon Ball world after all. A mere masked Black Goku has mastered the power of the laws of space. It is me who has never experienced the baptism of the power conference. I'm afraid it's still a little difficult to kill you, but it's just now. Bergette's eyes narrowed, and she manipulated the other clones and began to act. Located in the void, the battle officially started. Under the blessing of Super Saiyan Pink Second Order, masked Black Goku uses the power of Space Law again. The superposition of the two powers makes him invulnerable, and the speed is so fast that people feel awe and fear. The 10 energy clones sent by Bergette, under the crazy attack of masked Black Goku, persisted for half a minute before they were all destroyed, turning into energy particles scattered in the sky and dissipating in the void. Have you seen it? Mortal, this is the power of God. You are nothing but a speck of dust in front of God, trying to tease the gods, your fate is only death. Masked Black Goku dismissed lightly after losing 10 energy clones, he is now arrogant to the extreme. Even, arrogant to take the initiative to attack Bergette. The power of Space Law is used, the ability to jump in space is activated, and the masked Black Goku crosses the space and instantly appears in front of Bergette. Die. With an order, masked Black Goku raised his hand, aimed at Bergette's forehead, and slashed again with his sword. Crack. But just as he swung the chi sword, a strong and powerful hand locked his wrist tightly, making it impossible to move at all. Nani. Masked Black Goku was shocked when he saw an identical clone blocking his attack. The current him is not the previous one. The use of Super Saiyan Pink Second Order superimposed space power makes him wonder how many times he has become stronger, let alone an energy body clone. Even if it is a 10 energy body clone, it is impossible to block his blow. Before the masked Black Goku could fight back, the energy replica began to act again. The strong arm threw Goku's body away, and turned to hit Goku's chest with a heavy kick. A spatial explosion of bang. Exploded. Masked Black Goku flew out in response to the sound, and his body was like a cannonball unloaded, unable to stop, and only barely stabilized after flying upside down for nearly 100 meters in the void. Feeling the stinging pain in his chest, a more scarlet death light appeared in Goku's eyes. Damn. He was furious, and this time he uttered foul language. But, again, he felt strange that this repelled his energy clone. The state is the same as those of the clones, they are all Super Saiyan pink, not the second order pink like him, but why does it give him this feeling? That kind of feeling of being evenly matched. I remember. I said before, you will, they will, you won't, they will. With a faint smile, Bergette snapped her fingers. As the crisp sound spread, all the masked Black Goku clones transformed, and the rose-red light surged, and their form even evolved from the ordinary Super Saiyan Pink First Order to the Super Saiyan Pink First Order. Second Order. Moreover, the intensity of the breath is at the same level as him. This masked Black Goku was stunned. Advertisement. This means, this way, he had never seen before. Being able to directly evolve these energy replicas, and his aura is not inferior to him at all, except that he has no self-awareness, he is an extremely powerful warrior. The number is still more than 1,000, which makes masked Black Goku aware that the situation is not good. He seems to have been tricked. Damn Fu. This time I fell for your trick. This guy is far more terrifying than what you described before. Cold sweat fell on his forehead, masked Black Goku kept cursing Fu in his heart. This time, I am afraid he really has to explain it here. The Saiyan that Fu asked him to challenge is far from being able to compete with him now. Even the strongest gods of destruction in the 12 universe is not necessarily an opponent of this Saiyan. I am afraid that this time he will really lose his own life. Before the masked Black Goku could react, the energy replicas of the 10 paths were exactly the same as his deity, with the same breath and the same shape, and landed next to him. Live in action. Such a sudden change made masked Black Goku not dare to relax in the slightest. He hurriedly put on a state of preparation. In the face of 10 existences with the same strength as himself, he did not dare to be careless. Even if these 10 energy replicas did not have self-awareness, he did not dare to relax. A little careless, but you will lose your life. 10-1. Don't call me despicable, because the rules of this game are made by me. Bergette folded her arms and stood in the void, with an attitude of watching a good show. The next second, with the movement of Bergette's thoughts, the 10 energy clones started to attack the masked Black Goku at the same time. At the same time, as the space is cut, the domain world located in Bergette, and the position of Fa, are also cut a link. Bergette's fighting style was a little different from what he had imagined, even something he had never seen before. Moreover, this mask was specially made by myself, originally intended to restrain Black and even control Black. All the tricks he can use, these energy replicas are not bad at all. Although, this chess piece started to get out of control, and vaguely began to act as an anti-bone boy. These things are more real than the body. You have to say that they are me from another time and space, I believe it all. He can't reveal his position. If he is discovered, masked Black Goku will be fine, at least he can deal with it, but Bergette's words are hard to say. Such a top powerhouse can even kill a fallen angel. If you are not careful, you will risk your own life. To this end, he even sacrificed the crucial piece of the masked Black Goku at all costs. As long as he is remotely controlled, using the dark energy in the mask to maximize the energy of masked Black Goku, overdrawing his vitality in exchange for strength, maybe. You can get some battle data from Bergette. When Bergette moved the battle area and position, the most headache was fewer. Advertisement. Through his own strange ability, Fu began to find out what was going on in the realm world located in Bergette. Finally, after probing for a while, he was finally able to see what happened in the domain world through his ability. This scene completely shocked masked Black Goku. Masked Black Goku, if not fighting Bergette, but fighting a group of people who were exactly like him. These clones actually started to use the space law to jump in space and pursue a new round of killing him. After thinking about it for 1.5, finally, a light flashed in Fu's mind. However, this scene made him stunned. However, it is undeniable that masked Black Goku is indeed amazing, and he is one of the few trump cards he can play. Fu was thinking about his own countermeasures, since he dispatched the masked Black Goku, no matter what, he must use this piece to its fullest value. In order to get Bergette's data as soon as possible, Fu jerked out the space blade hidden in the scabbard and cut a huge X at the space. Is this really an energy replica? Domain world. Am I going to take action? No, if I rashly take action and it is discovered, maybe my life will have to be explained here. But, I can't let Black die so easily. It's really nerve-wracking. Feeling big now. Facing round after round of onslaught, masked Black Goku began to feel the pressure. Now he was completely suppressed, and he didn't even have the chance to fight back. He was forced to keep fleeing and dodging. Damn, how did he suddenly change the position of the battle? Has he mastered skills in a similar field? It's tricky. No, I can't let go of such a good opportunity, Bergette. I don't care about your data. How can I get it? The current Fu is very obsessed with Bergette's battle statistics. At such a huge price, if there is no data about Bergette available, it would really outweigh the gains. A group of masked Black Goku clones come to besiege a masked Black Goku original. You don't need to think too much about it, and it won't be long before the deity will be killed alive. He can use the power of the Super Saiyan Pink Second Order, and so will these energy replicas. What's going on? So many blacks. Fu was stunned. He never thought that the situation would develop to this point, which made him feel extremely confused and stunned. He was able to travel through space through the power of the law of space. He thought that these inferior replicas could not do it, but what happened next made masked Black Goku unforgettable for the rest of his life. Located outside the realm, the location where Fa is. He almost forgot that on Black Goku's face, the mask was given by himself. Only, now, the mask has to be repurposed. Chapter 165 The location is exposed. Phase scruples open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. In the face of the repeated attacks of the energy clones, even if Goku is as strong as the masked Black, they are now being chased and beaten. The combat power value of these energy clones and the strength of the power of the gods are almost on par with him, and the tactics are not too big. The difference can even be said to be exactly the same. The only difference is that the deity has consciousness, and these energy replicas are only controlled by Bergette. With a wealth of combat experience, Kamen Goku can deal with these energy replicas for a while. It's just that after all, it's just a deal, and it's impossible to completely kill these energy replicas. Damn. But the clones made by mere mortals, don't get too complacent. This feeling of being chased and beaten finally made masked Black Goku unable to bear it. Anger welled up in his heart, he stepped on the space, and the energy of the space law was released by his influence. Stepping on the void, speeding up, it shuttled through the space like a phantom ghost, and launched a counterattack against the 10 energy replicas that were chasing after them. Bang, pound, 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 pound. The sound of continuous air explosions exploded in the void, and the shock wave visible to the naked eye seemed to be able to it's terrifying to tear everything down. The 10 energy replicas were caught off guard by the sudden counterattack of masked Black Goku, and turned into a series of shocks and flew backwards in all directions. Just in a blink of an eye, these 10 energy replicas were knocked out, showing how well masked Black Goku has mastered this body. It's just that these energy replicas are just the tip of the iceberg in this huge number. Under Bergette's control, another 10 energy replicas launched their actions. It is also the second level of Super Saiyan Pink, and it also masters the power of Space Law, but in terms of the strength of Space Law, it is higher than the deity of masked Black Goku. Masked Black Goku The space around Goku is distorted by the power of this deep space, blocking everything that is enough to move. 14 inches Nani. This kind of power. Masked Black Goku was shocked when he felt the power of the Space Law, which was far above his own. He never imagined that the mere energy replica body could achieve this level and become even more terrifying and scary than him. This level of combat power, is it really just a replica body? Just the clone is not much different from him in the same state. If the person who controls it makes a move, how terrible would it be? Damn, I've been pitted by that goddamn bastard from the very beginning. Bergette, who is located in the void, controls these energy clones, with a playful smile on her face. Just now, he was just testing the efficiency and upper limit of these energy clones. Now, he wants to try to integrate all he knows into these energy clones. After all, it is a game. The power of the law of space, this is not the exclusive use of God. For me, this power has been thoroughly studied many years ago, but you have only just touched the field of space law, and even the use of it is only rough. It's really disappointing. Black, you claim to be a god, but you are regarded as a plaything by the mere mortals you despise. Bergette smiled cynically, mocking Goku the masked Black. Stimulated by these words, masked Black Goku's anger grew even stronger, and boundless killing intent appeared in his eyes. However, now he can only be incompetent and furious. In Bergette's eyes, he is just a lamb to be slaughtered. Advertisement. I admit that you are indeed beyond my imagination, but this is not an excuse for you to offend God. Disrespectful. Masked Black Goku, who is furious, bursts with energy all over his body, folds his hands, forms a sunflower shape, and places it on his waist. At this moment, he is posing a turtle wave posture that the Sun family has never changed. Single quote comma comma exclamation mark single quote. The rose-red rays of light were drawn and gathered in his palm, continuing to expand. Crackling. There were ripples in the space, and the rose-red light became even more dazzling and terrifying at this moment. As Kamehameha wave, is this inferior skill still your trick? So, since the moment you came to challenge me, this battle was decided, and it was a wrong start. Bergette sighed with disdain. Road. At this moment, he was extremely disappointed. Only when you touch the power of the law will you know how fragile and insignificant you used to be. In front of the law, that self-righteous and proud powerful force is just false. Stop pretending. You despicable and ugly mortal. The god of provocation must die again and again. At this moment, the masked Black Goku seemed to be going crazy, and the energy in his palm followed his voice. The roar was fully released. Boom! A rose-red energy beam shot out from the palm of masked Black Goku, carrying an unstoppable terrifying destructive power. It slammed into the twisted space, as if to tear up the space, which was extremely terrifying. The strength of this energy is even enough to blow half of universe into powder in an instant. It's just that this destruction energy cannon, which seems to be enough to subvert everything, was twisted, compressed, and gradually turned into nothingness under the power of this high-level space law, and completely dissipated in the space. The Nirvana was wiped out in an instant. Masked Black Goku's pupils shrank suddenly, and a look of fear appeared in his eyes. This Kamehameha wave he didn't hold back at all, but it was completely wiped out by this mysterious space force as if it was useless. When the masked Black Goku came back to his senses, he saw 10 other energy replicas surrounding him, wrapping his action position, blocking the surrounding space, and posing a posture that he will never forget. Like him, Kamehameha Wave unleashed stance. This situation made Kamengoku Goku feel a strong sense of crisis in his heart. At the same time, it fires 10 super dark Kamehameha waves of comparable power, and even if it is as powerful as him, it may be killed in an instant. I said, you will, these clones will, you won't, they will too. As soon as the voice fell, Bergette's thoughts moved, and the 10 energy clones started to move at the same time, releasing energy from their palms. 10 terrifying, destructive energy light waves, carrying unstoppable terrifying power, tore through the space, and attacked the masked Black Goku deity from 10 different directions. Boom! The deafening sound of the explosion spread all over the place, and the shock waves visible to the naked eye were superimposed layer upon layer, turning into a rolling giant wave that swept and spread. The white light bloomed, and it was as dazzling as the sun. At the end of the round of offensive, Bergette moved her mind and took back the 10 masked Black Goku replicas that launched the attack. He stared intently at the center of the white light. Advertisement. The 10 super dark Kamehameha bow rose just now looked extremely terrifying and powerful, but it was still a little difficult to kill the deity of masked Black Goku. Moreover, Bergette knew that the second level of Super Saiyan Pink just now was not the full power of masked Black Goku. This guy also hit a higher level of transformation and didn't show it. Let me have a good look at the third level of Super Saiyan in the realm of the gods, the special product of the combination of Supreme Kai's soul and Saiyan's body. What a surprise you can bring me. He muttered to himself. Bergette folded her arms and waited silently in place. This game has just begun. Located outside the realm world. Fu watched the battle secretly through his own strange energy. Well, I seem to have to find another powerful character to be competent for this job. The black guy, has it been solved so soon? Seeing everything that happened in the domain world, the corner of Fu's mouth couldn't help but twitch. He felt extremely stunned and shocked. Although the plan to kill with a knife was very successful. However, it hasn't completely met his expectations. Black's strength is too weak. No, to be precise, Bergette is too scary and too strong. Throughout the countless parallel worlds, there has never been a mortal who can reach this level of strength, and this kind of monster cannot be called a mortal at all. You must know that for these living beings, the realm of gods of destruction is already an unattainable peak. However, the current man has surpassed gods of destruction and reached a level that rivals angel. Since he had known this from the beginning, he should have reserved a little more. Shut up. You outsider, don't belong to our Sarada planet. Although I don't know what you are here for. But, I will never let you do anything rashly. Intuition tells Caulifla, she must be enemies with Phil. However, they didn't seem to notice that Fu had already come behind them unknowingly, and heard their plan to get rid of him. Because once the shot is taken, it may be noticed by Bergette in the domain world, and once it is discovered, the situation will become a bit worse. This person will endanger the planet where she lives, as well as her clansmen. These 187 people are really not easy. He must be with the masked man's accomplice, Kaylee and Bergette, who are dealing with the masked man. We can't hold back. This hidden guy, it's up to the two of us to solve it. As soon as Livra saw Fu, she knew that the other party was not simple, and her vigilance was raised, and she did not dare to slack off. Kale. The red rays of light gathered in the palm of her hand, and Caulifla did her best to release the energy in her body to the greatest extent. With a loud noise of boom, Caulifla and Kale simultaneously released their energy and released a super giant energy wave. Caulifla and Kale deeply understood how dangerous the person in front of them was, and they could not tolerate the slightest slack. You two are so enthusiastic. You treated me so warmly as soon as you came up, and it was my fault that you didn't give me a gift in return. Fubin didn't want to shoot, just wanted to hide his existence. Advertisement. But in the current situation, a little accident happened. However, this seemingly non-threatening guy is often the most dangerous one. Asterisk. Well, my elder sister. Kale followed Caulifla's suggestion. However, forget it this time, masked Black Goku must die. After all, this pawn has begun to slowly get out of control. The suit, aware of the attack coming, raised his head, and a red and green energy bomb quickly attacked his position in the sky. If he doesn't do it again, the two female Saiyans will have to slap their noses on their faces, which also has a great impact on his plans. It's just that, if they were discovered by the other party, no matter what Fu said, they had to let them stop for a while, otherwise, it would be very troublesome later. These two women Saiyan, who are not Caulifla and Kale. Seeing this, Fu subconsciously waved his hand, smashing the incoming energy bomb and turning it into a sky of particles floating in the space. The two women were startled, jumped up suddenly, and distanced themselves from Fra. Taking a closer look, Fu spotted Saiyan, two women who attacked him in the sky. Now Fern doesn't expect to get much value through black. With the data about Bergette, he can roughly know a little about the opponent's tricks and abilities, which is a small gain. At this moment, in the sky above Fu, two energy bombs fell from the sky, falling directly towards Fu's position. Kair on the side, followed by Caulifla's actions, also released the supernatural power in the body to the greatest extent. Really, I don't have any hostility towards you, why do you want to take my life all of a sudden? 2. Verna's complaining voice came from behind Caulifla and Kaylee. Caulifla and Kaylee, who were located high in the sky, also showed a trace of embarrassment on their faces after seeing Fu's understatement and diffusing their attacks. Really, don't make such a big reaction, I won't hurt you. Fu deliberately put on a very innocent look and said in a mocking tone. It was only by sacrificing a high-level combat power like masked Black Goku that this small part of Bergette's ability was tested, which made Fu feel a little bloody. The main purpose of coming to this time and space this time is to collect Bergette's data, these two women Saiyan, there is no need to deal with them. Single quote comma comma exclamation mark single quote. Huh, it's them. Although they are women, their strength is not bad. It's a pity that the two of them are not included in the investigation this time. It doesn't matter at all. They stumbled upon Fra, who did not belong to the planet Sarada. Maybe you will lose your life in an instant. Chapter 166 The Law of Reality, an open hung experience open black lens bracket subscription close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The fiery red and green energies blended into each other and turned into a terrifying energy beam that could subvert everything. However, this seems to be enough to destroy the space, so that Fu's expression does not make waves at all. Well, the two of you, although your strength is also very strong, please forgive me for not accompanying you. 35 After the voice fell, Fu pulled out the space blade from the scabbard, and aimed at the huge two-color energy beam that struck. Cut down. The sound of woo sounded. The energy light wave split into two, the corners of Fu's mouth undulating slightly, and the next second, his body turned into a black haze and disappeared in place. A ominous premonition suddenly appeared in the hearts of Caulifla and Kale, who jointly launched a special move. The next second, their ominous premonition was verified. Fu's figure was like a ghost, shuttled through the space, and came to the back of the two of them without knowing it. It was too late when Caulifla and Kyle came to their senses. 2. Please don't disturb my plan, so please sleep for a while. After 35's voice fell, Fu waved one hand, and a layer of purple haze filled his palm. As this mass of breath drifted on the faces of Caulifla and Kale. Suddenly, the two felt a dizziness coming from their minds, and their bodies became swaying and uncontrollable. After easily getting the two of them, Fu clapped his hands and said casually, "It's finally quiet, and I can continue my experiment." At this moment, it is located in the domain world. Bergette was waiting little by little for the appearance of masked Black Goku. Suddenly, he noticed that there was a strange energy fluctuation in the outside world. Although it was only for a moment, he still felt it. Just when Bergette was about to find out, at the center of the energy explosion, a terrifying shock suddenly came. A loud noise of boom, the rose-red energy beam, seemed to be pulled by some mysterious force and exploded in an instant. The monstrous aura permeated the entire domain world, and Bergette's attention was drawn back to the past. Goku looked at the location of the source of the energy explosion, located in the center of the release of the energy light, and he saw the greatly changed, looming body of masked Black Goku. When the rose-red light dissipated, the masked Black Goku stood in the void with a new attitude. This form is the third stage of Super Saiyan in the realm of God, also known as the third stage of Super Saiyan Pink. Seeing this, Bergette finally became interested. In his line of sight, masked Black Goku's current combat strength value, 4,500, appeared. This power, that is, the combat power of the 10th dimension mid-level, is not too strong. It seems that this is your full strength, the third level of Super Saiyan in the realm of the gods. Being able to reach this state is enough to show how much effort you put into this body. Bergette did not change her face, and joked about the mask in a mocking tone. Black Goku. Advertisement. Incarnated as the masked Black Goku of the third tier of Super Saiyan Pink, a scarlet light flashed in his eyes, and bloodthirsty killing intent burst out in his eyes. There are not many people who are fortunate enough to see me transformed, but they all end up the same. There is only one dead end, and even you are no exception. Because of the reliance brought by Dao Hong San's powerful combat power, at this moment masked Black Goku is no longer afraid of anyone. The third level of Super Saiyan Pink is a transformation that belongs to him alone, and it is also the embodiment of his peak power, which he calls the power beyond gods of destruction. Now that he has used it in the face of Bergette, it also means that he doesn't want to continue playing with Bergette, and he wants to solve the battle immediately. What a big tone. Do you really think your Super Saiyan Pink third order is invincible? Ridiculous. Bergette's face was full of disdain. The third level of Super Saiyan in the realm of God is already the limit of this state, and it is impossible to have a higher level state. Bergette knew this, otherwise, he wouldn't have taken two polarized paths. The third level of the Super Saiyan blue color is already a manifestation of his peak in the cultivation of the power of God. Even if it can evolve to the state of breaking through the boundaries again, it is impossible to advance to the next level, because there is no Super Saiyan Blue 4th order in this world. Whether this is a joke or not, just try it. With a ghostly and evil aura all over his body, masked Black Goku felt that he could compete with Bergette. Although the number of these energy replicas is large, it is not enough to be afraid of. Under absolute power, these clones are completely unsightly, and he only needs to use half of his strength to destroy all of these more than 1,000 clones. What Goku doesn't know is that he is the ridiculous clown. His self-confessed invincible power was the same thing in Bergette's eyes. You who haven't even reached the limit break, are you so arrogant that you think you can challenge me? Haha, just a mere ant. From the beginning, the outcome of this battle is doomed. You are just for my fun, it's just a toy to pass the boring time, you won't forget it, right? You are the object of my game. The corners of his mouth waved slightly. Bergette intends to let Goku experience despair. Since he is an ant, he should have the consciousness of an ant. He is not a virgin. Since you are so provocative, it is impossible for me to let you leave proudly. With a snap of her fingers at the void, Bergette activated the power of her own laws of reality. Unleash the omnipotent ability. All energy replicas have ushered in evolution again, and the ability of the law of reality fully replicates the abilities and combat power values of the masked Black Goku deity, and is used to increase the energy replicas. This, impossible. The pupils shrank suddenly, and this familiar scene made the eyes behind the masked Black Goku's mask shrink sharply. Before, it was a ray of light like this that allowed those energy replicas to evolve, from the full power of Super Saiyan Pink to the second level of Super Saiyan Pink. Now, these lights are emerging again, doesn't it mean, to evolve into the same Super Saiyan Pink 3rd order as him? In the void, advertisement. The rose-red light dissipated. Just like what masked Black Goku thought, the situation developed to the worst thing he didn't want to see. Those energy replicas that use him as a template have all evolved into the 3rd order level of Super Saiyan Pink. All the clones are Super Saiyan Pink 3rd order, and their combat power is at the same level as him. This scene made masked Black Goku feel a strong sense of fear in his heart, his body uncontrollably retreated backwards, and the cold sweat broke out. He was proud of his transformation, the 3rd rank of Peach Red, but now so many have appeared all at once. He thought that Bergette's copy was at most his Super Saiyan Pink 2nd order, but the scene in front of him made him feel extremely shocked and desperate. Dealing with one is already difficult enough, not to mention, there are more than 1,000 people now. HMPH. A counterfeit is always a counterfeit, don't think it's comparable to God. Masked Black Goku had to make up a random excuse to cover up his fear and shock. This situation is a mortal situation in anyone's eyes. Masked Black Goku, no matter how arrogant, understands how dangerous this situation is. He couldn't even see the hope of winning, it was just his own self-esteem that made him unwilling to accept that he just lost to mere human beings. Are you sure? If I remember correctly, you're just a scumbag who took Son Goku's body, and without Saiyan's body, you're nothing but a humble Supreme Kai who claims to be supreme. Do you really think of yourself as a god who can compete with Grand Priest and Zeno? Bergette sneered. Shut up. You are just a mere mortal, how can you possibly understand my greatness? Exclamation mark. Zeno, Grand Priest, and those gods made the biggest mistake of bringing the human race into the world. To make up for their mistake, I paid what a price. I don't hesitate to sacrifice the dignity of God to use the body of a mere mortal. If it wasn't for the situation, how could I, as a god above, use this despicable human body? Masked Black Goku also said hard-mouthed. Bergette's words seemed to irritate the deepest scar in his heart. His frail body is nothing compared to Super Saiyan Son Goku's body, the previous body of the gods, it's just garbage compared to the body of a mortal. His original intention is to be jealous that mortals can have such a perfect body, and think that everything that mortals have should belong to gods, not mere mortals. This extreme mentality is also guiding him little by little. The brink of fall. So much so that he turned into the now distorted and ugly appearance like a monster. A dead duck has a tough mouth. Bergette was completely speechless to the masked Black Goku. This guy is a typical stubborn and solipsist. Talking to such crap is a waste of time. He stopped playing this game. As soon as the thought moved, Bergette raised her hand, and the remaining more than 1,000 energy replicas were guided at the same time, and began to slowly approach, and finally all merged into one under the influence of Bergette's thought. Single quote comma 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 exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark single quote. The rose-red light bloomed, and the more than 1,000 copies of the energy began to fuse, condensing into the most complete and perfect masked Black Goku's body. At this moment, this body is no longer an ordinary energy replica, but a real flesh and blood body. Advertisement. Through the ability of the law of reality, Bergette directly created a Black Goku body that is more perfect than the masked Black Goku. This body, regardless of the data, far exceeds the deity of masked Black Goku, but the only shortcoming is that it has no consciousness. Are all of them fused? Feeling the incomparable light and divine power, masked Black Goku became extremely vigilant. He had a hunch that that body was far more perfect than his current body. The rules of the game have been rewritten. I wonder if you, a despicable clown with self-awareness, can hold on to the clone I created. As a friendly reminder, this body is different from the clones just now. It is a body of flesh and blood. and controlled by me. As soon as the voice fell, Bergette's body turned into a light, pouring towards the body of the masked black Goku he created. As he entered this body, a terrifying energy burst out instantly. There was a loud noise of boom, and the majestic energy was like an erupting volcano. This radiant rose-red light far surpassed any level that had erupted before. Masked black Goku also flew upside down 100 meters away due to the terrifying impact. On this level, Goku clenched his teeth. Masked black Goku was unwilling to admit that the power of that power was far greater than himself. Get money Jiao. Single quote comma comma exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. There was a ripple in the space, and the faint pink light was suddenly sublimated, and Bergette, who was in charge of this replica body, appeared from the light. Now his state is quite different from before. That peach-red hair is as bright and dazzling as a dazzling pink gem at this moment, alluring and charming. The black mask on his face has disappeared, and his form is no longer the ordinary Super Saiyan Pink Third Order, but Super Saiyan Pink Boundary Breakthrough. Is this the power of pink? It's about the same state as my blue, Bergette muttered, adjusting to her new body. Son Goku's body. Honestly, he doesn't feel good about it. I really don't understand why masked black Goku is so obsessed with this body work. Turning her gaze, Bergette's attention fell on Goku, a wary masked black who was 100 meters away. It's also Son Goku's body. I can exert more than 1,000 times more power than you, black. 35 After the voice fell, Bergette waved one hand, and the arrogant power of God turned into a terror that could tear everything apart. The huge wave, tearing up the space, carried its devastating power straight to the masked black Goku. Masked black Goku. A fatal sense of crisis came from his body instinct, and masked black Goku was shocked. This blow was too fast and too sudden, and he couldn't escape. Knowing the horror of Bergette's blow, masked black Goku gritted his teeth and resisted with his flesh. Boom. There was a deafening huge explosion in the space, and masked black Goku was hit by a casual blow from Bergette. Even though he was defensive, he was instantly hit hard. Chapter 167 The Precursor to the Storm. A Deeper Conspiracy. Open black lens bracket subscription. Close black lens bracket. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. The shock wave visible to the naked eye turned into a superimposed giant wave that swept away frantically. The terrifying attack even caused huge turmoil in the world of the realm, the incomparably vast shock wave, as if it could subvert everything and tear up the space with an unstoppable shock wave of terror. This could be called a world-destroying blow, but it was just a casual attack by Bergette. Even he himself was taken aback. Although I have the same body as Son Goku, the power I can exert is more than 100 times yours, black, don't die so easily. Bergette's mouth twitched slightly. Super Saiyan Pink Third Order Boundary. The energy of breakthrough permeated his whole body. Rose-red light, ghostly and deep. The impact and coercion brought by the invisible makes the world in this field shake. This time, Bergette did not use the power of the law of reality, but released the energy to the maximum extent with the flesh and blood she created. This is the first time he has used other bodies. Although he is not very skilled, he can at least display about 80% of his combat power. Taking a steady pace, Bergette walked in the void. In the next second, his body turned into a rose-red mist and disappeared. When he reappeared, he was already 10,000 meters away, where the masked black Goku was. Because of the power of his own blow, the current masked black Goku is embarrassed. His body is broken by Bergette's overwhelming strength, his bones are cracked, and his breath is constantly attenuated. The dark mask on his face was also torn into two halves because of this powerful and unmatched terrifying blow. Although Super Saiyan's third order state can barely be maintained, he has completely lost his ability to move and can't move. But, damn, how could there be such a big difference in power? This body should be the strongest. The severe pain spread throughout the body, and masked black Goku endured unimaginable torture, cold sweat straight up, trembling all over. He could feel how bad his physical condition was, and every time he moved, it felt like being bitten by countless ants. Such an overwhelming trend also made him lose himself little by little, and made him begin to wonder if the Son Goku body he chose was correct. The man in front of him, 190, is also Saiyan, but he is better than Son Goku, powerful, perfect, too much. Strong enough to crush him with one finger. It's really ugly, Bergette said with a look of contempt, and the next second, her mind moved, her fingers pointed at masked black Goku, an invisible force spread out, and masked black Goku's body seemed to be affected by something. The traction of things began to gradually become uncontrollable. You rude. Let me go. Convulsing all over, masked black Goku tried his best to break free from Bergette's shackles. At this moment, his heart is full of despair. In this situation, he can't think of any way he can break free and escape. The fear in his heart was magnified infinitely. At this moment, he panicked. He should never obey Fu's proposal to challenge this unimaginably powerful human being. He was pitted by the goddamn Fu. The strength of this man is not only beyond that of God, but in just a few minutes of fighting, masked black Goku deeply understands how big the gap in strength between them is. Even, it has reached a level that is enough to rival Angel. Black, you have enough nonsense. I thought your appearance would bring me a little fun, but I didn't expect it to be so boring. It's also Son Goku's body. My fighting power is more than 100 times yours. With your unrealistic disgusting thoughts, go to hell. With a thought, Bergette's palm clasped at the void. At the same time, the surrounding space force also exploded under the traction of Bergette. Advertisement. Ong. The space spread out with layers of ripples and waves, and a terrifying space force was constantly squeezing masked Black Goku's neck. This invisible force made masked Black Goku feel great pain in an instant. He resisted the injury on his body, grabbed the invisible space force with both hands, and tried to break it apart. It's a pity that he was seriously injured, and it was difficult to even move, let alone grasp the power of space with one hand. The consciousness in front of him gradually became blurred due to the aggravation of the injury. Masked Black Goku's pupils began to become dull, and the third order form of Super Saiyan Pink was also looming, as if it was about to dissipate. Am I going to end here? Died at the hands of a mere mortal. I am God. Masked Black Goku can clearly feel that his consciousness is dissipating. Even if he is unwilling to accept death, now he seems to have no choice. Crack. A tearing sound came from the neck of Masked Black Goku. Masked Black Goku's neck was completely cut off by Bergette's overwhelming terrifying power. Darkness devoured his eyes, and the Super Saiyan Pink Third Order also disappeared. His breath became dying, and his pupils were scattered, as if he had lost his vitality. Is it dead like this? Bergette said casually, completely strangling Goku's neck. This farce is over. He thought that this masked Black Goku, who traversed history and time and space, could bring him some unexpected surprises, but it turned out that he thought too much. The gap between them is self-evidently huge. It is not a realm at all, nor is it a level. If he hadn't experienced the baptism of the power conference, he might have been able to fight back and forth with this Dao Hong San's mask, but now, he doesn't have that qualification. The dimension between them is not just a simple difference. Bergette raised her hand, and the power in her hand suddenly moved, directly throwing the masked Black Goku whose neck he had snapped out like garbage. Masked Black Goku, which was thrown out, was in free fall in the void. Single quote comma exclamation mark single quote. Located in Bergette's palm, the energy was pulled by him, slowly condensing from the palm, the light became more and more dazzling, and the power became more terrifying and terrifying. Drink. With a sullen voice, in Bergette's palm, a rosy red light turned into a monstrous beam of energy, bursting through the space, heading towards the masked Black Goku's position. Boom. With a loud noise, the entire domain world trembled slightly because of the release of this energy. The white light produced by the explosion diffused in all directions, and everything seemed to come to an end with the blooming of this white light. Bergette, who was going to end here, suddenly sensed something was wrong. With a puzzled look on his face, Bergette's eyes were fixed on the center of the explosion. A strange aura wrapped around masked Black Goku's body and provided him with another super energy source. Advertisement. Even the mortal wounds suffered by Kamen Black Goku's main deity have been repaired. In the void, masked Black Goku's whole body is wrapped in a dark aura, and the source of this aura comes from the deep dark mask. This also means that Fei has taken action. Under the stimulation of this strange dark force, the fatal wound on masked Black Goku is gradually repairing. Those torn openings gradually recovered, and the severed neck also returned to normal little by little. A scarlet bebef light flashed between the eyes and between the eyebrows of masked Black Goku. A rhythm of evil and charming death energy. His consciousness recovered, and at the same time, a layer of darkness enveloped him. His vitality and potential have been overdrawn, and his chi has not only recovered, but has continued to climb at an astonishing speed. Xie cd li de pao xiao sheng, dun shi chuan bian zhengge ling yu shi jia ideographic period. Boom. The rose-red aura that was condensed to the extreme suddenly transformed at this moment, breaking through the space like a beam of energy and heading straight to the outside world. Masked Black Goku's combat power has ushered in a qualitative transformation and breakthrough because of this transformation. And, this light, like Bergette's, is a light that pushes boundaries. So that's the case. Because of that mask, you burned some of your divinity and vitality in exchange for powerful power. Now your state should be the same as me, the third level of Super Saiyan Pink, the limit breakthrough state. Come on. A smile appeared on Bergette's face, and things seemed to be getting more interesting. Through his own abilities, he could see that masked Black Goku's current combat power value was skyrocketing. From the sluggishness at the beginning, to the 10th dimension, the peak of the groove unit, and to the present moment, it has crossed the boundaries of self. Entering the 11th dimension, the unit of the stream. And, it is still growing. Although the situation has become a little unexpected, it is not impossible to cope. Bergette's limit is far beyond the 11th dimension. He is an existence that can rival the high-ranking angel. Outside the realm, Fu watched the battle situation in the domain world through the space crack he cut. The unbridled smile on his face was now more indulgent. Ha 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 ha. Finally waited for this moment. Black, liberate your last vitality, use the power I exchanged for my mask to defeat Bergette, let me see where your worth is. Tweeted pushing the glasses, Fu became more and more insidious and cunning, and at the same time, his heart was full of expectations. He has been waiting for this moment. Only the pressure brought by more powerful force can make Bergette fight and show more battle stats. Collecting those data is what he wants. He is also yearning for the power that is so powerful that it surpasses the fallen angel. Power is everything in this world, which is why he has experimented countless times and traveled through parallel time and space. Advertisement. As long as it can be strong enough to be uncontrolled and unconstrained, everything doesn't matter to him, even if it violates the taboos of God and the regulations of time and space, it doesn't matter. If you want to be free and unfettered, you must become strong. Fu's mood is so excited that it is difficult to hide. Now not only is Vado's mood difficult to calm down, but even Vados, who is a high-ranking angel in the distant Gods of Destruction world, is shocked. Gods of Destruction world, Angel Vados, watching the battlefield in the realm world through the scepter in her hand. In fact, she had already noticed it from the moment the masked Black Goku came to the 6th universe. However, why not report Gods of Destruction Champa? There are only 2 reasons. Champa has just finished his training, and his physical strength is not suitable for fighting. Furthermore, this masked Black Goku does not belong to this time and space, and its combat power is not weak. If it really fights with Gods of Destruction Champa, it may not be possible for Champa to win in a short time. One bad control, the entire 6th universe will be reduced to ashes in battle. By then, it will be troublesome. And, Bergette, the undeserved first person in the 12 universe, is more than enough to deal with a mere masked Black Goku. Only, now more notable, is that power. She noticed that this power is not simple, it is similar to the power of God, and it is not similar to the power of God. It is similar to Bergette's Super Saiyan blue color third order, boundary-breaking state, but there is a fundamental difference. Moreover, this divine power seemed to be polluted by something and became out of control. Existences from other time and space have appeared in the universe under my jurisdiction for no reason. It seems that some people have already started to act. Bergette, I am afraid that you will become a figure in the limelight. There will be people who will cause you trouble in the future. There will be more, and one is stronger than the other, and the parallel time and space are so large that they are comparable to our angel's warriors. I'm afraid there are quite a few. Muttering to himself, Angel Vado's eyes gradually became deeper. She smelled a deeper conspiracy. Masked Black Goku came to this time and space, probably under the guidance of those fallen angels, and came to find trouble with Bergette. After the baptism of the last power conference, Bergette's reputation has spread completely in parallel time and space. Vados knows that the 6th universe under her jurisdiction will become lively and even uncontrollable for this reason. Located within the realm world of Bergette. Because of the release of the dark energy of the Dark Mask, masked Black Goku not only recovered from his injuries, but also ushered in a rebirth, and even his combat power has also undergone a dramatic improvement at this moment. He has transformed. He has completely entered the realm that makes the gods far away. Like the flesh and blood body Bergette is using now, it is the ultimate Super Saiyan third order of the realm of the gods. Super Saiyan Pink Tier 3 boundary breaking state.